Hi everyone, and welcome to RollBound 2. I am your DM, Chas, and I'm going to go down the list and have everyone introduce themselves, starting with Groove.
Good tidings. I am Groove, and I am bound to the role of Jonathan Oneros Phage.
Alrighty, Allie.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I am bound to the role of Prince Xander.
Alright, Minnow.
Hello, I am Minnow, and I am bound to the role of Vivian Deshays.
Alright, Joey.
My name is Joey, and I'm bound to the role of Jay Elwood. Forgot his last name for a second.
Alright, Dakota.
Hello everyone, my name is Dakota, and I am bound to the role of Lysel.
And last but never least, Mickey.
Hi, I'm Mickey, and I am bound to the role of Emiko.
Where we last left off, however, you guys had just finished a long rest after you are a little ways away from the ice fields. I won't need it today, but I'm going to open up Tabletop Simulator because that's where I've been editing the map of where you're going. I didn't even think about it. I'm also
I wonder who's gonna get there first.
Between who?
Minnow and...
Oh, it's
Me.
all you, Joey. You can. I've made peace with the fact that I'm never going to have green. That's okay.
No!
It's just like I have a hierarchy of things that I need to worry about, and in 2024, whether or not I'm green is not the bottom of the list, but it's certainly not the top. So it's all you. I only have the energy to care so much.
What?
I just confessed how much I love you. And you
Oh,
missed it.
I'm sorry, I can't accept I don't feel the same way.
Wow. It was platonic, but I guess not anymore. I guess now we're enemies.
Oh, that's fine then.
Okay.
Hey,
Joey and I
hey.
need to fight to the death.
Hey, buddy, you're a really good friend of mine. Aw, man, sorry, I don't think about you like that. You don't think we're friends?
Why are we here? Oh
You
shit, the
guys
table changed.
were loading in on me before I even selected one to open. Oh, man.
You know, I always get those pop-ups asking about Cerebi wants to use blah blah blah, and I always like don't select again or don't bring up this again for this person, and it still always does.
That's because your option to don't ask again for this person only applies for that session.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
well done.
But, you all only have basically one more days of travel before you get to Icewind. And as you head out, the massive ice fields behind you, is that important? No, it's not. Well, it kind of is, but... Where's my thingy? As you are making your way through the snowy expanse, you know, there's only trees ever so often. There are mountains in the distance, almost on all sides. And there is, as always, a light snow. It is still very, very cold. And as you all are making your way through, I would like everybody to make me perception checks.
Are we at advantage still? Not advantage, disadvantage still?
No, the blizzard has calmed.
There it is.
That's not terrible. That's why did I say 22? That's not even accurate. What the fuck? I don't want to. I want to edit it.
Dakota when he lies.
I got distracted by what I was trying to say.
19 pulls.
Oh my god, 17, 18, 19?
And 18. 2 18s. There's 2 of them.
Ah!
Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm coming in with that ripe old 2. Oh, it's an 8. Even better.
Jay can't see shit.
Never.
To be fair, have you ever looked through a fucking armor helmet?
The eyes glowing is actually a hindrance. Everything is too bright all the time.
Got a little rave going on in there. You like wiggle your head and it's like.
What?
The fucking image.
The Yakuza was so good.
Yakuza gift. Wait, hold on a second.
Go
Where
to
is
roll.
this?
Go to roll.
Oh, it's in there. Oh my god. I was like looking into every chat except for that one. That's from Yakuza Kiwami 2.
I like that Joey immediately knew where it was from. Okay.
When I saw that scene happen, I was like, it's from the game.
But I'm gonna make a little bit of a cool. So, I guess everyone except for Jay, and Johnny, you guys are in your own little world. Snowy. All of you off the side of the road see a shadowy figure. Looks humanoid. You can't make out any discerning features. You see someone, their arms are crossed, and they are leaning back against a tree, seemingly waiting. However, Xander, when you see this person, your, shoulders get really tense. Like, you just kind of feel mildly uncomfortable.
Is that right? How far away are they?
About 100 feet away.
I'm gonna fire Eldritch Blast warning shot between their legs.
So a massive stone pillar in between their legs.
They
Pretty much.
They look down at it, and they look up, and again, even from so far away, you feel eye contact. And they stand upright, no longer leaning on the tree. And they no, excuse me, I'm trying to get this blockage out of my throat. There we go.
Punch yourself really hard in the throat.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
And they wave their hand, not in greeting, but almost as if indicating that they don't have any weapons visible. And they take a step over the area you shot and start very slowly walking forward.
I'm going to dismount and slowly approach. Energy for another Eldritch Blast crackling in my hand. Basically holding the spell for if this person decides to fuck around.
Yeah, although as they approach, you see a person wearing pretty decked out leather armor. I mean, it's very high quality. You can't make out any parts of their face, even though they're wearing a hood that should reveal their face. For some reason, gazing upon it seems to distort. However, you hear a voice very familiar to you speak up. As they get closer and you hear, Prince Xander, it's been a long time.
Do I recognize this person's voice?
Yes, this is the Oasis Syndicate operative you dealt with several months ago.
Xander nods and says, Ilya, I'd say it's a pleasure, but I don't like lying.
This is a interaction that's happening like in front of the whole party, right? You said a bunch of people noticed this?
Yep.
Is
Yes.
this something we need to be worried about?
You don't have to be worried about anything.
I'm guessing you didn't come all the way out here to the licensed wilderness to socialize.
No, I'm here to collect.
Well, since the information you provided me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you. You told me you were going to lead me to Skinari. Instead, I got a bunch of random assholes cosplaying as Skinari, fanboys who were trying to join the organization but weren't even actually part of it, and it didn't even fucking go anywhere.
You do realize that markless Skinari are still part of the organization. They're in training. They can't be markless without first being recognized by the Skinari, correct?
I mean, aren't we all markless? I don't have a mark. Do you have a mark, Xander?
Not in that way, certainly.
That's their official title.
Point is, I was looking for the real thing, not a bunch of wannabes.
Just because you didn't find what you were looking for, or didn't look hard enough, doesn't mean that I didn't provide. They were still connected to the Skinari instances in the area.
What payment do you expect of our dear friend Xander?
He knows what he owes.
Looks at Xander. Ah, I remember this from my extensive studies. Pulls out a smut book. Xander, are you prepared to pay?
Oh no.
Xander just kind of
No.
slowly looks over. What?
Well, you're going to take off your shirt now, right?
Oh, no.
So-
No, we'll go over that later.
Oh, sorry. Xander, assuming you were provided the proper information, which I agree you were not, what would you need to pay, Ilya?
250 gold pieces.
You know, I'm kind of with you there. I don't think that information was really worth 250 gold pieces. It didn't really lead anywhere.
Unfortunately, that's not up to you.
It is very unfortunate.
Xander at this point looks back to Ilya and says, I suppose, given my background, where I'm from and who I am, I should have known to inquire more specifically. Plus, I don't exactly want issues with you or your organization in the future. Fine. Xander is going to basically toss his entire fucking coin purse to Ilya.
Yeah, she, catches it and, looks inside and counts. Which is a 250.
Yeah, between coins and gems, it is worth 250.
Excellent. Glad this didn't have to get messy, she says, and she, ties the strings around the coin purse tighter.
Oh, Ilya, before you go, are you currently accepting work? Noble work? Fine work?
Nothing about what I do is noble or fine work. But what are you asking for?
Going to look to Jay. We're searching for a pair of individuals, a quarry we will seek after our business in license is concluded.
At least one of them's a shape changer. Your area of expertise.
Jay would know more than I.
Huh. Well, since you were so polite and coughing up payment, I'll hear you out. She looks to Jay since he's been gestured to. What are the details?
I don't know that I want to rope hired help into this. No offense.
Okay, never mind. Thank you, Ilya. You can go.
Good luck, then. And, she'll, sort of, back up a little bit, and, it'll literally look like she fades away into a mirage, despite the fact that it is not hot or really anything similar. Literally looks like an illusion just tapers off in the distance and she disappears entirely. And that weight completely disappears.
Xander, should we need her in the future, do you have a consistent manner to contact this Ilya?
Not particularly, right, Chess? It was kind of an arranged thing at first, and then...
Yeah, basically, it was less that you were appointed contact to her, and she was appointed contact to you.
Yeah.
Basically, it was requested
Xander,
that you give her, DNA for her to, teleport to you. Ish.
For sure. Xander looks to Johnny and shakes his head and says, "No, everything was set up by a Fixa in the Syndicate. Actually, I don't even know if the Fixa was technically part of the Syndicate, but certainly associated. And Ilya just so happened to be the individual assigned to the job."
Very well. It has passed us now. Let us continue. By the way, Chance, I don't think you ever gave me the 10 or 11 days worth of loot from Finders Keepers on the topic of gold.
Oh, I have that written down somewhere.
Okay, cool. When
I go on my inevitable bathroom break, I'll send it to you.
Perfect.
Finders Keepers loot from travel.
Actually, maybe I did.
Finders. Oh yeah, you did. Fuck. Okay.
I was like, I swear I did. Now I feel like an asshole for forgetting.
You still should. Anyway.
If anybody know me, I know Mickey. I'll edit it out. I know Mickey got me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking about Mickey, can Amico do the hourglass thing before release?
Yeah.
2.
Cool. I will give you that in a second.
Okay.
But...
But
1 minute.
as you all continue, I have to look back at the rolls real quick.
You know, there was a part of me that was really afraid that when Ilya came to collect, that I would not have enough fucking money for that shit. Because Jas was like, earlier on in the campaign, talking about how, like, oh, well, you guys aren't going to be fucking filthy rich as quickly. And I was like, but,
Honestly, Emiko was ready to attack. She was like itching to pounce on this bitch.
that would not
Yeah.
have gone well for you.
Yeah, well, I still would have done it.
Yeah.
Based.
I
I'm proud
mean,
of you all for restraint.
Listen, I appreciate it. That would not have gone well.
yeah. Although,
Because even if we kill her, we still owe a debt to the Oasis Syndicate.
also
Which is not
she,
great.
it's also like there'd be this moment of like she'd be like, oh, well, you know, obviously it's 6 of you against 1 of me, but now it's going to be 6 of you against an entire organization.
Yeah.
Sounds way more fun.
But we did that.
Yeah, next time we see her, let's murder her. Let's kill her on sight. Can you imagine the entertainment?
Don't stop. That's one of Allie's back. I'm kidding. But ow.
Are you okay?
I fucking smacked my ankle against something under my desk.
That's sad.
Ow. Okay. Anyway. But you continue on. And ow. Oh, that's what it was. I was looking for the Lysel.
Yes, that's
As you were all walking by that tree that Ilya was like leaning on, you notice that there is something like you notice that there is a dagger stabbed into the tree, piercing through a piece of paper to stick it against the tree.
I think Lysol would walk over and grab that before walking back to the group and reading it as they walked.
Yeah. You do see the dagger is just like a regular dagger. You notice that it is of Altacoyan make, which is what people native to High Friar call High Friar. And you see that the like hilt of the blade has like intricate designs carved into it, but it is by all means just a regular dagger. And the paper has more orders from the Skinari on it.
Oh. What do they say?
The orders talk about a caravan that in like a month and a half-ish. Doesn't give any specified date because they don't know the specified date. Just says traveling circus littered with spirit kin. Be on the lookout.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Lysol's gonna rush right over to Xander and be like, hey, I think that lady left us. And show it to him.
Xander's gonna take a look at it and say, well, shit. I suppose if she did indeed leave that there, then she kept up her end of the bargain either way. Well, good. Now I don't have to lose any sleep over the gold that I just paid her. Caravan, Xander's gonna think for a moment. Does he know anything about a traveling circus or carnival or anything?
Make me a history check.
Guidance! 14.
You vaguely have heard of one. You're not sure if it's the same one, because Kalmar's a big place. There's obviously more than one circus. But you do know one of them at least has a kitsune ringmaster. And it's called the Light of the Moon Traveling Circus. They normally circulate through License, Northreath, and Viron specifically.
I'm going to relay that information to the party. And you said a month and a half from current date,
Yeah.
approximately?
Yeah, roughly. There's no, like, exact date, just at some point in that time, that circus is going to be leaving license. Whether it's to North Reeth or Viron, not fully sure. Basically, it's like orders that say figure it the fuck out. You know.
Well, shit.
Well, they probably visited towns, right? If they have, we can ask how long ago they were there to try to track them down.
Of the many adjectives that you can use to describe a circus, hard to find is rarely one of them. They tend to be very large, very big, very colorful for the intent of being seen. So I imagine that once we get into a city, it won't be too difficult to find.
But consider this. We drop these people off, conclude our business and license, pursue Jay's quarry, then perhaps to ensure we don't miss the attack, we could temporarily join this circus.
Oh my god, yes.
That sounds
We
like
are
a fantastic plan.
This is
certainly not out of intricate and interesting characters, and it would ensure with absolute certainty not only that we catch the Skinari, but that they are grossly unsuspecting of our intervention.
That is quite possibly the best plan I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I'm
Johnny blushes.
absolutely in.
Very well. But for now, these fine individuals are cold and yearning for their homes. A feeling I cannot sympathize with, but understand the gravity of. Let us continue.
Yeah.
I mean, not to put a fine point on it, Johnny, but we are already going. Like, we are currently on the way there right now. We're just sort of walking into.
Yeah, but whenever we talk, we slow down so much. And it's been like 9, we'd probably be there by now if we didn't talk so much.
Oh.
Do you know how hard it is to talk and walk? I can't do it yet. I don't know how. Johnny says and
Well,
walks forward to catch up with everybody.
I mean, you're not walking, you're on a dinosaur.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it even harder.
Mr. Phage, stop standing on the dinosaur. Sit down.
Johnny,
The parasaur kind of like honks at you.
Johnny sits and his eyes go wide. Oh, I am awakened.
Oh, what shenanigans.
Okay.
God?
Yeah, hi.
Are we there yet?
No.
Has it been an hour?
Yes.
Fuck.
Do 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 do.
Phenomena. Wait, shit.
Wrong one.
Okay. So, Emiko, what you get from this, what you get from your little thingy this time is a jug, like a ceramic jug, kind of like appears in your hand. You're already carrying it. You don't like drop it. It doesn't like fall. And it feels warm to the touch, not too hot. And it's kind of like rounded and like has like a wide opening, but it has like a cover on it. When you pull back the cover, there is just a jug of chili, and it smells really good.
Does anyone have a spoon?
Always. Here's a spoon.
Yes. And then Emiko's gonna just sit behind Xander on the dinosaur eating this chili.
You notice that when you make a like sufficient like chunk of the way through it, you look down and there's just more.
Is this like an infinite like jug of chili?
Certainly seems to be.
Oh my god. I'm in love.
Do we make it?
Sorry, I typed that in real quick.
You're forgiven.
Yeah, about another 2 or 3 hours go by with no incident before you see the flickering lights of a city in the distance. It is the city itself is not too grandiose. It is one of the major cities of license, but it has more lowered to the ground stone buildings with a lot of, I guess, industrialized sort of things. There's crates everywhere, there's mining equipment everywhere, there's a system set up throughout the city to, like, push carts and things like that. It is still a rather beautiful place, though. And you feel the sort of refugees that you've taken with you all simultaneously breathe a sigh of relief at seeing the city of Icewind in the distance. The area has been flattened out a little bit. Once again, well, not once again, because this is new for you all. The cities in license, rather than having regular cobblestone streets, instead have blue crystal in place of roads that light up when people walk on it. So there are no torches or anything illuminating the streets. It is just these crystal pathways that light up. And the individuals on the stolen horses of the Skinari all, like, right ahead. And one of them, the taller Kitsune man, who you've learned his name is River, approaches all of you and says, "I cannot thank you enough for guiding us home."
Yeah, let's get him inside the city and get set up for the night.
Yeah, a few things. Upon reaching the city as well, the goes back to my DM references. One of the individuals you were traveling with was an Inigami man who is mute. He doesn't talk, named Rucka. And, he seems to have, bonded, like, platonically with a Nekomata woman that was traveling with you, named, Miki. And she kind of just knows what he's saying. Like, he'll look at her and she'll just go, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." And he looks to her and, like, nods, and she looks to the party and says, "Now that we're home, Rucka would like to invite you all to have dinner with his family as thanks."
We accept.
Yeah, he smiles, like, very wide and, like, rushes off to go back to, you know, obviously where he lives, and, you know, it's actually not that far away from the entrance. He, like, rides over to, like, this little house kind of set up near a marketplace near the front, but not, like, super close by it, and there is a, like, elf woman outside, very, like, sadly, like kind of just like, sweeping snow off of her porch, and then she sees him and they reunite, and like without like much of like in the way of goodbyes because of the excitement, all of the people that you saved just rush into the city to go find their families or some wherever they belong, kind of like disperse immediately with excitement of finally being home. And real quick, and this is for anyone who wants to, can one of you at the very least make me a perception check?
Yeah, we perceptive.
King, get your ass on my face. Time to roll.
$11. Oh my god, 2 23s. No! So, Johnny, Lysel, and Emiko, upon entering the city, there are people working everywhere, transporting, like, very large crates of, like, raw minerals just across, like, down the streets and into other buildings, or, towards another exit out of the city, all seemingly going to a very specific place. It's fairly busy, and most of it of just people that are working. However, not far from the city entrance, there is a group of guards, trying to keep people back that are trying to like look at something, and they're surrounding a lump on the ground with like a blanket pulled over it. Pulled, not pooled. I know how to speak.
Johnny's gonna go over to investigate.
What kind of shields are they wearing? Are they wearing sheets?
Basically it's like the guards have what seemingly like covered up a body and are trying to get people to, clear the way so that, they can do their job.
Okay. Yeah. I would closer to go over as well.
What fate has befallen this sorry individual?
One of the guards goes, "It's fine. We have it under control. There's been a murder. Just please make room so that we can do our jobs."
A murder? Well, I happen to be an adept investigator of such cases. May I question this man? Points down at the corpse.
They look down and look up and go, like they're dead? But then, one of the guards, who seems to be, like, the one more in charge here, kind of says, like, "Sorry, can't let you do that, especially not in public with there being people around."
Very well. With whom would we inquire to obtain authorization to participate in this investigation?
He like kind of blinks twice and goes, "I suppose you could talk with the captain of the guard, but we're mostly concerned with trying to get the scene of the crime under control and get this body out of the damn snow." It's undignifying.
Xander is going to sort of clap his hands together for a second and then concentrate, and just a cloud of sand is going to exhume from him. I'm going to form a 20-foot cube around, basically centered on the body, that will just block anybody trying to look in with a bunch of sand.
Yeah, Johnny, acting on this, is going to reach down and cast Speak with Dead from the Orb of the Artist. I grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse. Corpse must love a mouth, can't be undead. Spell fails if corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. I can ask him up to 5 questions.
Yeah, you see the body, like, sit up, and, like, the sheet falls off, and you see that this is a Hjor woman. She has, like, a purple
What
marking.
woman? A whore?
Hjor. The Teosia word for human.
Got it. Human woman.
Yeah, she sits up. She has long, dark hair. And, like, you know, now her skin is especially pale because she's dead, but she has a gaping wound in her chest where her blood has all turned black. And there is a, you know, like those, scrapers that people use to, like, scrape paint all over a canvas to, like, make certain effects happen?
Yeah, of course.
One of those is, like, sticking out of her chest.
Wow. Wait.
And it is, like, despite the fact that it's sticking out of her body, it is uncannily clean. Like, there are no, like, handprints on it. Her blood isn't even on it, for the most part. Like, not in a way where it looks like she was killed with this weapon. It's not splattered like it would be. Obviously, in the little part where it's sticking out of her, like, chest, it is, but not so much.
Yeah, Johnny looks down at his orb, which is also an artist-related implement that is involved in evil. And he will look back up at the woman. And for his first question, he will ask, well, he will say, "Hello, I am sorry to announce that you have passed on. However, I, Johnny Onero's Phage, may still be able to assist in pursuing justice and the consumption of this vile individual who slew you. I will ask you a series of questions, and I'd like for you to tell me as much as you remember about each one. First, what are the circumstances of your death?"
She, like, looks over to you and, like, you hear, like cracking as she looks over to you. And she's, you said, what are the circumstances of your death?
Yes. So, like, time, place, who did it, all of the circumstances. I want all of the circumstances, everyone.
I was attacked by someone. I felt myself affected by magic, I think. And then I felt a very, very sharp pain in my chest. I couldn't make out who did it. I couldn't see their face, but they were taller than me, slender, I suppose. The weapon that they killed me with did not seem real? I don't know how to explain it. But they did stab me with a knife. It was late at night or early in the morning, however you think. I got into an argument with my husband and just wanted a breath of fresh air.
Get it. Actually answers most of the questions we had. Second question. Yeah. Wow. All right. Hey, team. What question should we ask? She kind of just told us everything she knows. Okay. Oh, I know. Okay. Who are you? Please tell me the circumstances of your life.
That's a long fucking story, dude.
My name is...
I only get 5 of these fucking questions.
My name is Freya Wavecolor. I'm
The bad.
I am I work as a seamstress mostly, but on weekends and some evenings I sing at the local tavern.
Great. There have to be more circumstances to your life, but you're dead, so I'll give you a pass this time. Yeah, Johnny, for his third question, I'll ask, can you fathom why anybody would do this to you?
No, I can't think of anyone that would want to kill me. Me nor my husband bother anybody.
Third question, we can probably figure out who the husband is
Yes.
by just asking, so don't need to ask her. What else did we ask her?
Did she say what tavern it was? Because this is a big city. I'm sure there's a lot of fucking taverns.
Yeah, there's
If we find the husband, we can also figure that out.
I mean,
What
again,
could
this is a
we-
very large city.
What could we glean from her that only she would know? We have 2 more questions.
How many questions did we get?
We have 5 total. We're down to 2.
Oh,
Fourth
Yeah,
question. Oh, do you have one?
I really think we should find out who the husband is.
Not
Okay.
to go too iZombie on this, but it's always the husband.
If it's not the butler, it's the husband.
Yeah, Johnny will ask. Which I think may reveal this. He will ask, what would you wish be done with your remains? What would you like the circumstances of your burial to be?
She says, I guess I'd like to be buried next to my mother. Or give my husband and children the chance to get into my personal belongings. There's a key in a unlocked lockbox in my dresser.
Oh, we're gonna steal a dead woman's stuff.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 5th question. Anyone have any ideas?
I mean, asking a question about the husband probably isn't a bad idea because there might be something that only she knows that we wouldn't be able to figure
Okay.
out from other people.
Last question. What are the circumstances of... Sorry, Minnow, just unmuted. Do you have something you want to say?
I was going to say basically what you're about to say, but without the word circumstances.
Okay, what are the circumstances of your husband? All of them.
Jesus.
Okay, maybe not exactly that, but close enough.
My husband's name is Hydear Wavecolor.
Oh,
He
come
and
on.
I have been happily married for the last 20 years.
She's not speaking in the past tense for somebody who's very dead.
I
To
mean,
be fair, it's written in the spell's description that they can't really comprehend the fact that they're dead.
Oh.
We've been married for the last 20 years. We have 2 beautiful children, and we're very happy. He's a miner in the pit, and he manages his own team of men when he does so, and we just had a little disagreement about a move that we were planning on doing. It was my idea, but my husband didn't agree.
Yeah, Johnny has
Can I?
has the Mage's Quill out, and he is recording all of this. Yeah.
Can I get
What is it, Vivian?
take an insight check on the happiness?
Yeah.
Can anybody else hear this?
That is a 30.
Despite the fact that she's saying it kind of monotonously, you sense that she genuinely believes that she was in a happy, loving marriage.
He believes.
That was one of the ways to pronounce monotonous of all time.
Wait, how they say
It's
it?
almost kind of more correct, though, monotonously.
Yeah.
It's a monotone.
Crazy.
I say it like that on fucking purpose because the original word is monotone, right? So I say
Monotonous
it
just
that way.
sounds so good.
But it doesn't
Anyway.
sound like the same word.
Monotonous. The finest.
But also, I've never heard it said any other way, so whoops.
Yeah. She monotonously falls. Dead. Done. Deal. Johnny is going to put on his big cloak, and he will nod to Xander. Let's go. We're done here.
Xander's going to look to the cops. Where's the corpse going in the meantime?
It'll
I'm assuming
be...
you have an undercroft during active investigations?
Yes, that's where we'll be taking her.
Lead the way. I'll
Yeah.
cover you.
You notice that they're slightly agitated, but, you also made the people stop crowding them because people were like, fuck, sand, and, kind of fucked off. So
They don't like it. It's force irritating and it gets everywhere.
yeah, but, they have this, squint in their eyes, that was very helpful, but you're on thin ice kind of vibe.
Did specifically do exactly.
It's funny because we literally are.
Did specifically do exactly what they told us not to do, the second that we could. But going to look back at people that are behind sand and cannot see me, and I'm going to yell out to the guy, sorry, we're going to have to take a rain check on that dinner. I'm going to tell the two people that we are escorting to get to an inn, whatever the dwarf sister inn was, and we'll meet up with them later.
Yeah, they...
we go with these cops.
Yeah, the guards lead you down to an area that is adjacent to I guess one of the jails here in Icewind, but it's not exactly in the same space. It's adjacent to it, and you go through a series of locked doors. Some of the other guards ask questions, but then the kind of stand-in leader of everything goes, nope, let them through. They're part of the investigation. Oh, okay. Sorry. And, again, you get led through a series of locked doors. There are a few times where guards will, check to make, just typical security stuff to make sure that you guys aren't doing anything, scary. But it's, not long enough of stops to be agitating. And then they take Freya's body to an area where they store it safely. And the man turns around and he's he takes off his helmet, he pulls down his hood and takes off his helmet. And so now you can see his features. He is a half-orc man that has a scruffy beard, and he's little agitated. And he says, if you want to continue looking into this, you are going to have to talk to the captain of the guard.
Very well.
What you did was helpful, and you got the city to not tamper with the body or evidence, because people are too nosy, because nothing much happens here in Icewind. You seem like...
Where will we find him?
He'll be in the jail next door upstairs. You'll be able to walk into the front door and at least ask someone to speak with him. Tell him that Bernard sent you.
Bernard.
Very well. We're gonna go do that.
Yeah. And it's nowhere near as difficult to get out as it is to get in, because they, open each door and let you out. And the, jail is literally like in a building adjacent, and they, let you in, and there is a guard sitting at a desk in the front, and he's, like, there are several locked doors behind him also with guards in front of them, and then there's, like, kind of like an offshoot hallway that goes upstairs that has a locked door, but it's not as, like, heavy-duty as the other ones. And the man at the desk looks up and he goes, here for a visitation of some sort?
Indeed. We are here to visit the captain of the guard.
He, like, goes from looking, like, I don't want to say agitated, but kind of bored to, like, oh, okay. And then he, like, takes out a different set of papers instead of the ones that he was going to start writing on. And then he kind of, like, thinks for a second, and there's, like, a semisphere, like, stone on his desk. And he just, like, lightly grazes his fingers on it and says, "Are you available right now, Captain?" And he allegedly gets a response. None of you hear it, but, he goes, "Alright." And he stands up and, to the door that's kind of, like, offshoot of, like, some stairs, he unlocks it real quick and opens it and says, "Go ahead, he's available right now."
We go in.
Yeah. And similarly, just another office with, like, stone walls, and there are mage lights sticking out of the walls, like, kind of in, like, torch sconces without really needing them. There stands a man that is in much nicer armor than some of the other individuals you've seen. He is a night elf or a drow, and he is sitting behind a desk, and he's, like, looking through a bunch of, like, papers and orders and stuff, and he sets it down and just says, "Hello." And he, like, kind of looks at you because he expected maybe somebody that he would know or even recognize, and he doesn't recognize any of you. He goes, "Is there something I can help you with today?"
Yes, of course. We are the Silver Lining, an adventuring group that formed in Farwood not too terribly long ago. We just arrived in Icewind, escorting some individuals who were unfortunately displaced by a Scanari incursion, when we stumbled onto a murder scene. We are very capable adventurers, as I'm sure you will soon discover. We want in on the investigation.
He, like, kind of, like, clicks his tongue behind his teeth for a second, and he goes, "Silver Lining." And he, thinks for a second, and then he, like, reaches into his drawer and, like, pulls out a letter and, like, very quickly, like, rereads it, and then he starts to, like, chuckle to himself very lowly, and he goes, "Ah, that's hilarious." And he, like, puts it back and just says, "About 3 weeks ago, I got a letter from my brother. He is part of the Knights of Palor, about a group by that name."
So you have heard of us. Even better.
I have. He just says, "It was a very quick comment, but I recognize the name." He mentioned something about how he aided in a semi-rescue for a group of people and adventurers in a shit-tier Skinari invasion, is what he said. And he said that now they are an established group named the Silver Lining, and it was just an interesting little detail.
Indeed. We had assisted... What was it, 3 days after we met, gents? Something like that.
Something like that. Indeed, we are that Silver Lining. And we come to you today with further business in the quest to subsume all evil. Has word made it to you of the murder that took place earlier?
He nods and he says, "It's a real shame."
Well,
Indeed.
within the first 2 minutes of being here, we secured the crime scene from civilians and, contamination. Got a description of the killer, got the name of the victim, as well as her profession and what she had been doing, and a potential lead that I will not share as to not incriminate an individual who very well may be innocent, but is our only suspect at this time.
He kind of squints and he goes, "And my men let you do this?"
They did not stop us.
Typical adventurer answer. All right.
I find in my profession, Captain, that it is often better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Ops definitely agree with that.
Some things need to be taken care of as soon as possible and not left on the table.
Well, and considering you knew right where to go to come speak with me, who sent you?
A lovely individual by the name of Bernard, actually.
There it is. He chuckles again and he says, all right. I will allow you to aid in the investigation, considering that the guards have had their hands full with a lot of other things lately. But at the very least, at the end of any days that you are contributing, I would like you to bring back any findings written down on paper to me.
As you wish, although your statement does slightly contradict something that we heard earlier. You said, I don't actually know if it was him, this is Allie, but somebody had said this town was actually really quiet and stuff like this was unusual, but he's saying that the guards have their hands full with other things. So I think Xander's going to ask him what other things are going on.
It's less of stuff in Icewind and more of stuff that I have to deal with from other factors. That I have to have my men take care of.
Xander gets kind of an impish grin and says, "That's very cagey of you, Captain. I approve. Perhaps in our time working together, I'll be able to find out more."
Yeah, he shrugs and just says, "Can't just go airing out secrets, make the people of the city nervous, and can't have that."
Oh, of course. I could be some magically charged supervillain from the elemental planes. For all you know. Very well. We shall get underway with the rest of this investigation, and I shall update you accordingly. Good day, Captain.
Yeah, and he, like, waves a hand, not saying anything else.
He said, "All right, get the fuck out of my office."
Okay, we leave. Do we want to go talk to the husband? We want to go find the husband?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Before we leave, before we go, would you be able to, or are you familiar with the location of a high deer wave collar?
Oh, of course. He lives limit payment. There we go.
Are you okay, Captain?
He sorry, I'm reading what Minnow put and I'm giggling. He lives near the exit of the city closest to the gate that leads into the pit.
What's the pit?
The pit is the largest mine in all of License that was formed by a strange rupture in the ground.
We talking like a volcano or something more esoteric?
Nobody knows. A couple hundred years ago, or several at this point, it appeared out of nowhere as if a meteorite crashed into the ground, but there were no earth tremors, no anything. But it is one of the most mineral-rich mines, if not the most, in all of Kelmra.
What minerals is it rich in?
Any that you can think of, almost. It's a great source of lacerite, precious gems, precious metals. It's like the bulk of the world's riches is nestled up in just this one spot. Considering that we have not gotten it all and there are still miners in it today. So intensive even that a lot of other mines were abandoned because it just wasn't worth it in comparison to working in the pit.
I see. Really a fan of the whole putting all of our eggs in one basket thing.
What about that new mining town that just opened up?
Here we go.
Hey, listen! If everyone hated it, why do these new fuckers think that they had the winning skills?
It's suspicious.
Okay.
It's suspicious. Something's going on.
It's suspicious.
Why move out to a rural area when you can live in the middle of a fucking city like New York or something?
Are you talking about Frostfall?
Yes.
Frostfall is a little city that formed from another mine, obviously not as rich as the pit. For people that just didn't get the opportunity, I suppose. There are still other mines within License, of course, but a lot of them were abandoned in comparison. But not every single miner or some man with a pickaxe in License can work in the pit, so others have to make do with what they have. Although, I'll tell you, whenever a miner gets into a debilitating accident or dies, people from Frostfall or Snow's Reach or even all the way from Glacier's Edge come out all the way over here to try and weasel their way in to work in there. Like vultures.
Wow.
Yes, of course, those terrible poor people. Peasants always looking for money. Anyway, shall we?
Speaking of which, how much are we being paid for this?
Well, if you can find any sufficient evidence or, well, a surefire way to track whoever did this, I'll give you about 100 gold apiece. If it gets any bigger than Icewind, I'll have to transfer it over to the Lawmaster all the way in Snow's Reach, who oversees every operation in every city, and then they will likely pay you more if it's that big of a deal.
Wait. Let me ask my companions first. Johnny's gonna vomit up a bat, and Philip is gonna come out. Are we in agreement with this? my party members, 100 apiece.
We need
They
to be
both
out
nod.
of here in 2
Stop
days,
throwing
Max.
up bats, man.
Sorry, what were you saying, Mickey?
I said you gotta stop throwing up bats, man.
I can't stop.
Valid. I don't want to spend more than 2 days in the city if we can help it.
Very well. The culprit of this murder shall be apprehended in 2 days or less. Let us go. Yeah, we leave.
Then before we do that, Vivian's going to pull out the Skinari orders, slap them down on the desk, and say, tell your people to tell someone in these cities to make sure these people are okay. Gives the lowdown on the Skinari.
He looks
And then we leave.
Yeah, although, like, immediately another guard, like, rushes past you down the stairs, like, not, like, trying to stop you, but as if, like, to tell you how quickly they got to work on what you just told them. That guy literally, like, fucking sits on the fucking railing and slides down to go faster type shit.
Is it just me, or did that guy love the pit? Like, he could not stop talking about it when we brought it up.
He talks about the pit the way that some people talk about, like, their, like, high school football team.
Well, why is it normal for people to love the pit so much?
I've never
that
heard of someone
common in
be so
Icewind?
nationalist about a hole in the ground.
It's what makes them money. That's what people care about these days is money.
Well, of course.
Seems to be a very effective pit.
Yes, I mean, of course, the guards in any given city are simply put there to protect the interest of the rich, so it makes sense that that would be where his interests lie.
I feel like if the pit were a woman, he would be married to it.
That's where my interests lie too. I want to be rich, damn it.
It's also the whole reason
Trader
the city
Jolly.
was formed.
Oh, thank you. Wait, who said that?
that
That was the
me,
guy
Chess.
as he was sliding down the railing.
Oh.
Also, by the way, one more thing about the pit. I forgot to mention.
The guard just
No.
cannot stop talking about the pit.
No, it's me. It's me. Anyway, but yeah, do you guys make your way towards the Wave Color residence?
Yes.
Also, I just want to say, now that we're out of earshot, that captain was an unbearable asshole.
He seemed fine.
I thought it was fine.
I don't know, Emiko. What did the mining town do?
Hey, listen, I have
Good
every
point.
right to be
Good point.
suspicious about that, okay?
What? Right?
And I have every right to unjustifiably think that guard captain is a piece of shit.
Wait, consider this. The pit, a mine, the guard captain, obsessed with a mine, Frostfall, a mining town. Are the pieces coming together?
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
Candlestick and all.
No. Johnny has a really good point, because...
I do?
Don't say that to him out loud. No, he can hear you. He can hear you.
No, listen! Because, the wife wanted to move away, right? And was taking his best miner.
We'll have to
So-
investigate this better.
Yeah, what way to stop him from moving away than killing his wife?
If that
but
is the
he wanted
case.
to if he wanted to protect his own interests by making sure his best miner didn't go elsewhere, then why would he kill his wife and increase the chances that he's going to leave anyway?
Well, his wife was the one who wanted to leave. It's not a bad lead at all. I said, oh my god, when you started talking, because I was 100% sure you were going to be like, wait, Frostfall, though? And I was going to lose it.
Well, like, here's my thing, right? Like, if I was married to somebody and living in a town like this, and my spouse was murdered in this town, I wouldn't want to stay.
I would if
Yeah,
I had
'cause
two
now the-
kids that I didn't want to uproot.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
might be a
Whole
target
career.
on your back and the backs of your kids as well, for whatever reason. I don't know. People
And
are
he's
just
probably
crazy.
making great money in the
Which is
mines.
apparently, yeah, pretty good money. I mean, the pit is fucking a godsend, a god-given
And wasn't
gift,
he like
apparently.
a captain or something in the mines? Like, why would he leave that position?
Yeah,
We should
Those were
we should
those.
go talk to him
We
before
should
we
go
make
talk
too
to
many
him.
theories.
I mean, we got to see this pit at some point. Just I wanna
We'll
as
see the
good as
pit,
it
I
says.
promise.
Okay, let's go.
Why? Why do you want to see the pit so bad?
He's just the way he
It's
talks
so
about it.
good.
Like, it's got to be so good. People come from
Let a man
everywhere.
have his obsessions.
You know, Johnny, it's Yeah, I'm actually fully in agreement with Johnny here. As somebody who is something of an expert in both minerals and holes, I would very much like to see this.
There it is.
You would.
Even the pit expert.
You would.
thinks we
You
should go see
absolutely
the
would.
pit.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Out loud. You.
I would.
You there.
I am, in fact, so likely to say that I did.
He loves pits. Xander loves them. And we need to go see it for his sake, too.
Indeed. Johnny,
Okay.
I'm so glad that you have my back on this.
Anytime. Let's go talk to this guy. Go talk to
I
Hyde
don't
here.
give anything to stop saying the word pit just for like 3 minutes.
Okay. We'll go talk to the pit captain, Hyde here.
I asked for one thing.
Yeah, and
Not my fault that our entire party wants to go
Xander-
sniff out these pits.
Xander is going to count out exactly
No.
3 minutes and say, so about this pit.
and is he like counting out loud, like 1, 2, 3?
He's whispering it in such a way where the only people able to hear him are Emiko and Johnny.
1 Altacoya, 2 Altacoya, 3 Altacoya.
That's the same amount of syllables. What the fuck?
But the home is not that hard to find, and I've been to that hole in the ground too. And
Just put in chat the Arizonan making quests based on big holes in the ground for those of you at home.
Oh yeah, because I totally we in Arizona give a big shit about the fucking Grand Canyon. God, anyone that's ever been to the Grand Canyon who is from Arizona will tell you it's not that fucking cool.
I mean, I was talking about the fucking meteor crater.
I know what you were talking about. I'm talking to these fucks that are trying to profile Arizonans.
Oh no, I thought the Grand Canyon was pretty cool.
How? You're a fucking liar. You're from here. What do you care?
The Grand Canyon is majestic and wonderful.
Because I've only been there one time and it was cool.
Yeah, I was there once and I wanted to leave.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I had fun.
Honestly, anyone who doesn't trust the pit, I don't know that I can trust.
Yeah. You're not
what?
even, that's the real life pit.
That's
our pit.
I had fun and I got a really tasty coffee and also a raven stole my
That's
french
why you
fry.
enjoyed it?
Joey, you're forgetting the fact that Chas is the most easily amused person on the planet.
The Grand Canyon is worth being amused by. Okay, let's
Then
go.
I guess I'm the second most easily amused because I don't fucking care about the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You don't even deserve the Grand Canyon, so that's fine.
Dude, I don't.
Wow.
Like, where's the fault there? I don't understand why that's such a bad thing.
I think the fault
is
is actually in the Grand
underneath
Canyon. Hey, Allie, let's go.
Yeah, but
Get me out of this fucking RP session. Where's the husband?
Where's the husband?
you
With a gun.
you do find
Her husband's gun guy.
no. You guys find the house, and like all the lights are on. There's nobody outside on the porch currently. But you do see fresh footprints in the snow indicate 2 individuals like walking away from the house recently.
How big are the footprints?
They're small.
Do the
Okay,
footprints
so-
match the types of shoes that the guards wear?
They do not.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Yeah.
Don't match the drapes either.
When you don't say that. When you also smell like a really yummy smell coming from inside. It smells like soup. And you hear, "Oh, coming." And you the door opens and you see a man who is very, very tall and very, like, kind of buff. He's actually a fire genasi. Or Duresi. I'm saying that because y'all keep guilt-tripping me into using the D&D terms.
Yeah, baby. Okay, nice. So we're gonna
But he
look
is,
for the fire genasi.
He's a fire genasi. I'll kill you, Groove. I'm
most
kidding.
equipped to break the news here.
And but he opens the door, and, again, he has, like, a combed back kind of long hair that's pulled into a ponytail, and after the ponytail is just, like, flames. And he is, like, he has, like, dust on his face. It looks like he just got home from, like, work or something. And he's like, "Can I help you?"
Are you Heidi Wavecolor, by chance?
Indeed I am.
I am Prince Xander of Petrus, an adventurer from Farwood. We have some unfortunate news. You may wish to have a seat.
Oh. Bad news from a kinsman, huh? Come in. My wife should be home soon. Come in,
Xander gives kind of a solemn expression. And as they all take a seat, Xander's going to look around. Where are his kids? Are they within earshot?
They are not. He actually, as he leaves, he's like, "I just sent the kiddos over to their friend's house because I have been on a 2-day shift, and after my wife gets home from work, I was going to make her dinner and spend a little time since I've been gone for 2 days."
Wait,
I don't.
did you
I
say
don't-
you were on a 2-day shift?
Yes. Is something the matter? Yeah, I am trying to make it up to her because we had a not so great conversation right when I got home and right before she left the house for the evening. She said that she was going to walk and stay with a friend for the night before going to work, and by now she should be home.
Heidi,
Yes.
your wife has been killed.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
We are here because shortly after arriving in Icewind, we came across the scene of a murder. And we found out that it was your wife who was the victim in this murder.
He, quite literally for a second looks like he's, like, about to pass out. And he, like, gripped, like, he did not sit. He was, like, rambling, and then he, like, grabs the armrest of a nearby chair. And, he, like, inhales very sharply, and he goes, No, there has to be some sort of mistake. She went to a friend's house, we had a bit of an argument, like, she went to work,
I'm so incredibly sorry for your loss.
He, his, like, hands are shaking, and, like, literally the fire of his hair, like, dims for a second. And he goes, "By the gods, Physis, save me, this is all my fault."
It is not your fault. Heidi, we want to help you. We want to find who did this and bring them to justice. I will not stop until we get this sorted.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna tell our children. They're so young, I don't even think they'd understand.
The first thing you need to do is sit and breathe.
Yeah, he, like, kind of, like, flops into the chair and is just, like, kind of, like, 1,000 yards staring at the ground. I I had come home early, but then she discussed moving again, and I didn't mean to upset her as badly as I did.
Again, this is not your fault. It is regrettable that the timing happened the way it did, but you mustn't blame yourself for this.
Yeah, you see him try very, very hard. Like, he's like trying really hard not to cry right now. Because you're a bunch of strangers and he doesn't know you. And he like inhales very sharply and he says, "It's very hard not to blame myself. I should have been there to protect her. That's my job."
The implement used, at least as far as we know right now, was of an ethereal and perhaps magical variety. Whoever did this was well equipped, and suffice to say, would probably not have been so easily stopped by anybody who was not as well armed as they were. But this does lead me to a very important question. Do you know of anyone who would wish to hurt your wife, or perhaps hurt you?
Not that I can think of. Most of the people on this side of the city love Freya. She's kind, she's very good at the work that she does, and she's...
So to the best of your knowledge, there are no scorned business partners or anybody that you or herself might have had bad dealings with that might have tried to get revenge?
No, not at all. Even with my work in the mines, I try to keep everything as clean as possible.
I see. Did she tell you about anybody who... we found out she was a performer at the tavern on weekends. Was there anybody who was perhaps making advances on her that might have taken things way too far?
Oh, that is a...
when they were rejected.
That is a good point. For Emiko, now that you've had some time to, think about things as well, the scraper thing did seem like a calling card more than a weapon thing. It definitely seemed like it was intentionally placed.
Can I do some kind of check to see if I've seen anything in the towns that we've passed, on billboards or, newspapers about, the same calling card?
Yeah, make a history check, and while you do that, he's gonna continue. No, she didn't tell me about anyone making advances, and usually at her performances, if I wasn't working, I was there. And if... Not to mention, a lot of our friends attend those performances. If anyone was following her or making her uncomfortable, they would have put a stop to it.
I see. You mentioned earlier about your children going to a friend's house, yes?
Yes, The fight last night made them a little upset, so after I watched them for the day, I sent them over to their friend's house. It is just across the way.
Anybody else have any questions they can think of for this guy?
Actually, why did your wife want to move away? Where did you guys plan on moving?
My wife wanted to move to Winterbane. And she basically got an offer for new work and to take over a shop out there, but comparatively, we wouldn't be living as good now as we do now if she had taken that opportunity. I tried to explain to her that we should work in opening up her own shop here instead. But she was so excited about the prospect of going to Winterbane, a very magical and much fancier city than here, that me telling her that it was a bad idea just seemed to break her heart, but it comparatively would not be... We wouldn't be doing as well as we do here if we moved there.
It is quite possible that the murderer chose your wife random or had some other less intricate motivation, but until we rule that possibility out, did anyone else know about your disagreement or her intent to move?
Not that I know of, maybe some friends at her work, but not that I can think of. I didn't tell anyone down in the mines because, well, they don't want to hear about that.
Would anyone...
Oh, sorry.
Would anyone lose a lot if you left town with your wife and children?
No one would lose anything more than us. I mean, my position would just be replaced, and that would really be the end of it. I just manage a particular sector of the mine, make sure that everyone's equipment is good to go, and I bring in new miners if one of them cannot work anymore or leaves. That's really all I do, is just make sure that my group of men don't get injured, have stable equipment, and are able to do their jobs. I'm not any of a higher authority, so if I left, I would simply be replaced, but that simple job is the reason that we live so well here, and the only ones who would lose anything is us.
I see. Could you tell us the name of your wife's workplace? Perhaps we could follow up with the individuals that are there, and they might have some more insight as to what may have occurred before her unfortunate demise.
Yes, it's the Perfect Seamstress.
It's a weird name for a bar.
Yeah.
I thought you said her place. Well, I thought you said when you said her place of work, I thought you meant the place where she. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Perfect Seamstress is her place of work. Xander's also going to ask about the name of the tavern as well.
The tavern is called the Broken Ice Pick.
He also mentioned that she was going to stay with a friend. Xander's going to ask him for the name of the friend that she was going to stay with as well.
Oh, the friend, her name is Anastasia. She actually lives right next door to the Perfect Seamstress.
While they're having this conversation, Johnny goes, he takes a delicious bowl of soup, and he's going to go investigate her lockbox that she talked about.
Yeah, make me a stealth check.
Understood. Sleepwalking. Veinticuatro. It's 24 in case you don't speak Spanish.
I don't. Yeah, because Hydir is so distracted by grief and shock, you kind of like go help yourself to a bowl of soup and very nonchalantly like just step into the hallway that leads into the couple's bedroom. You see that across the hallway from their bedroom is a small kid's room with 2 beds in it, and the door is left open. But in their room, there is, a large bed, a dresser, an area for each of them to store their equipment for their different jobs, which kind of looks silly because one of them's all neat with a bunch of spools of thread and, packaged neatly, and the other one's like a bunch of dirty boots and a big-ass pickaxe. Very, mirrored interests. But in the dresser, you do find, hidden underneath, a winter cloak, is a very tiny, unlocked box that has a key on the inside.
What's in the box?
Attached to the key is a little, piece of paper that says, says, under the floorboard that has a C on it.
Why are we doing this?
She asked us to.
Right, but there's going to be an inevitable question that comes up here, right?
No, just keep him distracted.
Yeah, Johnny's gonna... You said that the note says there's a C under the floorboard?
Yeah, there's a floorboard that has a shape on it that looks like a C, and the box that the key goes to is under that floorboard.
I'm gonna take a little look.
Make me an investigation check.
You got it. It's another 24. Do you remember what that means in Spanish?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and underneath, and it's pretty easy to pry up, but you find a, fairly sized box. You'd need 2 hands to hold it. It's kind of wedged in there. And it has, Freya's name painted into the side.
Ooh.
Although it has a different last name, because obviously she's married.
Of course. What's in the box?
Honestly, just some gold. A pretty decent stash of it. Typical, work person savings. There's some jewelry. There's a locket that has a picture of a painting, more specifically, of Freya and her family. And by family, I mean her husband and her 2 children when they were much smaller.
Nothing of interest in terms of the investigation.
There's one more thing, kind of at the bottom of the box. Because this also seems to be a memory box. There's random, memoirs and stuff like that. There's, you see that she has a flower, and, some of them are labeled, she's, taken little pieces of parchment and, stuck them onto it. There's a flower that is very wilted and, dried out because it's so old, and it's, a flower from my wedding day. It'll have, one of her baby's, first locks of hair that she ever, cut off that she has stuck in there. And these memories seemingly go back to when Freya was a lot younger, and one of them is a little envelope that's labeled Vacation to Farwood.
Yeah, already desecrated so much of this woman's belongings. What's one more? What's in the envelope?
So you find a few things. There's like a very, very folded up painting of her and a woman that you assume is her mom, just because they look similar. There's like a few little trinkets from like shops that are just kind of like, stuff that tourists buys. But then you see a ticket.
A ticket? It's suspicious.
For an art museum.
No! Johnny sees this, and he looks down at the orb of the artist, and he covers his mouth to suppress a gasp. Is it the art museum?
Oh, yes.
What?
How long ago did that close? I thought it was like decades ago.
It was. Freya was like in her 40s.
And she just had that for a long time as a keepsake, not a recent
Yeah.
ticket then?
Yeah.
Got it.
It is fairly old. It is from a little over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, way over 20 years ago. But yeah. When she was much, much little. This is obviously a ticket from when she was a kid. The colors on it are massively faded. This is like a memoir box of little keepsakes that she's kept throughout her life. Starting at maybe age 12.
Got it. And Johnny, with his dream sense on the ticket specifically, is there any sort of sensation he gets that he does not get from the rest of the house or the rest of these keepsakes?
Repeat that question one more time. I almost dropped my phone.
So, with Johnny's dream sense, is there anything that causes this ticket to stand out? Any signature that is not on the rest of the keepsakes?
Make me your perception check for your dream sense.
He's looking it over very closely. He sniffs it. He puts it right up to his eyeball. I rolled a 7.
You don't get anything off of any of the items in here. She likely hasn't looked at this box in a long time.
Got it. Yeah. Anything else? Or if not, Johnny is going to pack it up very neatly, put it away, and while we're here, is there anything else that stands out in this room or the kids' room?
No. You don't find anything weird. But you guess she kept that hidden away so that way she didn't feel inclined, because there was a pretty sizable amount of money, at least for people that are, just working individuals in there, that she had stored away. She likely hid it so that way she didn't feel any pressure to go back into it, if she didn't need to.
Yeah, Johnny will return, finishing his bowl of soup, and say, sorry, I tried looking for the bathroom and couldn't find it. Could you direct me to it?
The man who finally gave in and started sobbing goes, sorry. He points to a corner of the kitchen where there is the tiniest little hallway that's hard to see. It's that way. It's a little.
It's okay. I don't have to go anymore.
Oh,
Takes another bowl of soup. By the way, your wife told me through the power of dark and light magics that there is a lockbox sealed somewhere in your home, in your personal room. I figured you would want to know.
I'll have to take a look.
Certainly. Looks to the party. Do we have any further questions for this man? Any further business here?
Since we still aren't sure if this was just a random murder or not, do we want to have a presence here or something? Keep an eye on this guy, see if anybody tries to come after him or anything?
The guards can probably do that.
That's a fair point. Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else to ask this poor fucker. Having the fucking shittiest day of his life.
Yeah, okay. Johnny's going to take a third bowl of soup, and we will go.
I'll tell you what, Chas. Would you permit me to either if he has no more information, or if you would permit me to make like a persuasion check or something to see if I can get anything else out of him that we don't already know?
I think you've gotten everything that you can out of him.
Okay.
Like, I think you're
Your tone
good.
of uncertainty helps me feel more certain that we did get everything out of him. All right.
Okay.
Yep. Do we want to go to the tavern first, her workplace first, or the front house first?
So we leave. Johnny will take a fourth bowl of soup. As we get out, he will share his findings with the party, and he'll say, I believe we should investigate the site of the murder once again. This artist was a man of significant ambitions, and there may be some latent aura of the dreams, the evil dreams that drove him to commit such a murder, if he is indeed the culprit.
Yeah, Xander's gonna look to Vivian and say, is there perhaps some way we can enlist your, primal esoteric magic to recruit the help of a hunting dog that might be able to track where the killer might have gone after the incident?
Vivian turns into a hunting dog.
Holy shit.
Incredible, actually. Fair enough.
A new dog
Yeah,
in a
okay.
dress.
We're going to go back to the site of the murder, and Johnny's going to try and do a dream sense first. Any dreams left here? Any strange, odd sensations he gets?
Make me your check.
I'm gonna give you a fat guidance, my guy.
I wish this were an investigation check. Guidance. So 22. So, 20 dose.
Yeah, so when you approach the scene of the crime again, you get a really strange, sense. I mean, normally you can see the, dreams or ambitions of people almost very clearly, but you get this strange, presence in your mind. You feel like you're being blocked from viewing something, but you do get this extra feeling of just rotten. I mean,
Can I do a quick detect magic, by the way? See if I can aid in this.
Yes. But also, I'm so sorry, Mickey. I just didn't want to interrupt other people, and then I forget. I have the worst brain of all time.
Okay.
Real quick, I'm gonna resolve that, because I have ADHD, and I'm just like, squirrel? Okay, I forgot everything I said. When you were in Skymount, there was several bulletin boards, that, kind of had, typical city and town bad news, because there's always oh, this guy lost his farm, or, oh, this guy's looking for work, or so and so forth, but with a natural 20, it, there were details of, quote-unquote, strange murders, where it was like things about like, but like it never gave any details, but it like specifically did say like strange, but like spaced out across like cities, like to where it didn't really cross your mind. It was just like, yeah, people get murdered sometimes. If we as a group went after every single time, we'd fucking be here forever, but it does kind of give you that same ick seeing all this and reading that, and then other things you've seen.
In terms of the same ick, does this sense Johnny gets resemble the one in the tower at all?
Yes. Because back in the tower, you also did a few things to try and figure out who this person was, but didn't get anything. It was almost like they erased themselves from the tower. Even so much as so the ghosts couldn't even remember who it was. Any self-portraits or depictions were blacked out, and literally the ghosts or other creatures within the tower simply referred to him as the artist. No name, no anything.
What does Xander get from a detect magic check?
There is... Let me... This will probably be a good enough comparison to help me get a type. You do get the fading sense of illusion magic. Like it is,
I'm going to point it out. Can Johnny cast Identify on it?
Yes, he can.
Sick.
Boom. What do I get?
And I'm gonna look up something real quick. This is really important. It's just so I can answer your question, like, accurately.
Go ahead. You have my permission. I hope you're having a good time watching this. Chess is dead.
Also, my dad too. Whenever you get around to it.
I hope you're having a good time watching this. Joey's dead. You've raised an upstanding young man.
Okay.
Well, hey, whoa.
So
For the most
multiple,
part.
you get
Thanks.
a strange mishmash of the type of magic used here, and you kind of understand at the very least Freya's cause of death in a way. It's lingering, but it is basically fading. Magic, when it is cast, stays in a place for a while. But there was a conjuration of sorts here. For instance, like the conjuration of a shadow blade. However, there's something else in this as well, but it's, it is magical, but it's not as potent, which is typically what you get, or what you've read about when reading into psionics, is it does register for all intents and purposes as magic, but it has a different signature, so it's harder to pinpoint. It's harder to get exactly what it is, because it is magic of a, more natural source, I guess. And by natural, I mean, like, it comes from your brain.
Licking the ground. It tastes like the weapons of the Skinari. There is a psionic influence at play here.
Although you don't get the same senses you do whenever you investigate a Skinari attack, because you got over a 20. I will put that out there.
Of course. It's just like psychic, psionics, Skinari do psychic damage.
Yeah.
I feel like they would have a similar flavor, like chocolate and coffee,
I was just making sure that I wasn't accidentally steering you in a direction.
No, you're fine. Okay. All right. We have that. We have a lot of signatures and whatnot, and a hunting dog here. Is there a trail we can follow?
Vivian, make me a survival check.
Guidance.
Can I do that with advantage due to my keen smell?
Yes.
Great. With guidance, is going to be a 25.
A 25 is very good. So you kind of smell the area, and you get, of course, the smell of blood. There's the magic does in most cases have a smell, though it's very faint. Mostly you feel like you smell it because your friends have been talking about it for the last 2 minutes, but you also get the very, very kind of strong smell of ink. And you are able to...
That we identified in the tower in the past.
Does it smell like that ink?
There is. Yeah, because there's ink on the walls that we identified and searched, and she took scrapings of.
Yes.
Great. We'll follow that.
It smells like a more fresh version of that.
Xander sees the dog going and says, "Oh shit, we go."
Go.
Which, by the way, it does look like a big, shaggy black dog, but it does have very large ears. Oh, like unnaturally large.
Oh.
Yeah, and as you are going down the street, sniffing it out, it takes you go in a very strange, pattern. You go down walkways that, even in terms of, making an escape would not make sense. And then, you are maybe, following this for about 10 or so minutes, and then at some point it stops completely cold. I mean, you were on it and going, and then at one point the strange smell just completely vanishes, as if it stops at one point. As if when the individual that made this scent got here, they just out of existence.
Sure, yeah. Can we take a look around, see if there's any signs of a magic teleportation?
Yeah, whoever wants to can make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Shadow guidance.
While you're making that check, and real quick roleplay amongst yourselves, I very suddenly have to go to the bathroom. Here it is. It happened
Here it
now.
comes. It's coming.
I have a reason. I'm not gonna say it.
Shit.
No,
shit.
No.
I like that Chas said they have a reason. You need a reason to go to the bathroom. Yeah, the reason you have to go to the bathroom is because you have to go to the bathroom. It's fine.
It is a little self-defining, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's true. There aren't many other rooms. Like you said, I'm going to
They're just screaming, and I can hear them in real life, but not in real life.
It's that bad, huh? Rooting for you, Chas.
Oh no! They're having big shit.
Godspeed.
Shit speed, more like. Am I right, guys?
We need to find out. So, Emiko, you discovered that there had been other murders that had the similar MO. And
Yeah.
Sky now.
Yeah, I was just saying, if it's a serial killer, are we just gonna, dip out? Because, I don't think this is our job. I don't really want to get involved in, a serial killer thing,
He's evil. We have to kill him.
We have an obligation to get these people to Snow's Reach. We have things we need to do in Snow's Reach. This guy, I don't know. I have a feeling that if we wanted to, we could track him down. But I feel like we have identified the murderer, and we drop it off to the cops, and they give us our 100 GP each, and we boogie. Unless, Allie, what were you saying?
No, I was literally just about to agree with you. To be fair, what Xander had said, we're going to figure out who did this. We figured out who did it. We just don't know the person's name.
I want to get him and kill him and eat him.
We found out.
We will. I get the sneaking suspicion This guy isn't going away until we deal with him personally. Because police are incompetent, even in fantasy settings. There is
Sure.
no chance that they catch this guy.
Hey, you know what? I pull out a coin. A coin that I did not tell you I gave Arathil. The party, you find out right now. But no, she doesn't. She's a fucking dog. I'm gonna stop being a dog. I pull out a coin and I say to Arathil, Chas, just yell this from the bathroom, what the response is, but I say, Arathil, find out the name of the person who used to own the tower. There's got to be records in the city. As he's
Arathil's
scratching
response.
I'm taking a shit.
Coming out.
Do you say that? Groove? Like, is that something you say?
No, what did I say?
Groove
I
just
suppose it's better than it
from
going
the
in.
bathroom. True.
He's Groove
going in.
Groove is what is that? Stan's dad from South Park.
Yeah.
Is it going in?
Hold on.
Okay, but I would argue it's going in is a valid reason to shout for help.
Yeah, it's true.
It's coming out. Keep it to yourself, dude. We get it. But like,
It's coming in.
if someone in the stall next to me started screaming that, I don't know what I would do. Because like, I would feel compelled to help, but how?
I know what I would do. I'd be like, "Hey, man, shut up."
Wow, I'd be in that stall trying to rip that shit out of their butthole.
I'd be like, I'm gonna push on your tummy real hard.
The reverse. I'm like,
Put your thumb in your mouth and blow, dude.
Squat and cough, squat and cough.
you're gonna start doing some jumping jacks. You do jumping jacks and I'll fall.
Well, no, because then there's upward motion in that too. We gotta get rid of the upward motion.
Oh my god.
There's no way to get rid of the upward motion. You gotta get some upward motion so you can get some downward motion.
Oh, true. Fuck.
I
You can't, no. Don't you dare try to fucking Newton's second law of the shit out of their ass.
That's the only way it's gonna work.
Okay, but it's going back up. We don't know if physics still applies here in the first place.
Well, we're gonna find out.
I guess so. Hey, Chas, I sent a message to Arathil asking her to check his city records for who used to own the tower when it was an art museum.
If you're not telling them to push like a woman in labor, you are giving them the wrong advice.
Okay. You get a reply back. Well, you don't hear anything yet. And then, because the coins are, I think, one way there, one way back. So, obviously, if you're going to get
That's a sending spell, so she can respond.
Okay. She replies back on it.
Great. Put the coin away. I'll get the rest of you. By the way, I gave Arathil a coin. I hope that's fine.
Xander shrugs.
Oh.
Right, back
Great.
to the captain then.
Yeah. Do we want to wait for Arathil to get back to us and see if we can have a full name to give? Or do you want to just go now? Let's just go now. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
A letter.
Yep, and we're going.
Yeah, and it is the same process.
Yeah, it's probably going to take us like 10 minutes to fucking go talk to him anyway.
Yeah. It's the same process. You go in and you go talk to him, tell him what you found out. And what the fuck? There we go. You get a Vivian, because we don't need to roleplay through all of this part. You get a reply back as you're leaving. And, you hear, honestly, it was quite difficult to find anything. It's almost like this person doesn't have much in records, but I got a last name, I got a surname. It reads Lozano.
Lozano? Like lasagna, but no?
I put it in chat.
Okay. That's pretty close. Okay, yeah, great. So I will drop that little piece of lasagna piece of information off, and we'll head back.
Wait. Shouldn't we ask him if there's a Lozano here?
Hey, is there a Lozano here? Hey, yo, anybody here named Lozano?
The man says, I've never heard such a name.
Hey, Chas.
Hey, me.
Our characters know more about this universe than we do. Where would the surname Lozano originate from?
Italy.
There's no check for this, I'm just gonna say it. Lozano is typically an elven surname.
An elven surname from what region?
Italy.
No, shut up. Typically, that type of surname would belong to High Elves, which the most, populous area of High Elves would be anywhere between, the northern parts of Viron, License, or the northern parts of Northreath. That's kind of where the most... But again,
You
Kelmer is...
said Viron, License, Northreath. And yes, I know what you're about to say. Kelmer's a big place, yeah. But like, if this is a high elf, like it's possible this guy's old as fuck. So worth looking into. All right, sick. With that relayed properly, do we get paid?
Yes.
100 gold pieces each, yeah?
Yes.
Nice.
Funds. I pull out Tyler and I say he was incredibly useful. He should also get 100 gold pieces.
Do we get 600 or do we get 900?
You get 600.
Wow. Discriminating
Okay.
against the gecko.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Johnny will say one thing, though. He seems contemplative. He says, what connection would there be between her visiting a museum so long ago and the artist appearing now to slay her?
She probably knew who he was.
Perhaps.
In 10 days, they can ask her if she knew a Lozano.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
sad. Be there.
So make sure that they know to do that. Yeah.
Would you ask Erithil as well to surmise the fates of any other former visitors of the museum?
I will tomorrow.
I'm going to pull out one of my coins and ask her now.
Oh, that's right. You can just do that. She just can only reply to what we say.
Yeah. Great.
Also going to pop back over to Heidir's residence, and I don't want to bother him too much. I think I'm just going to place a sealed piece of parchment, slip it under the door, addressed to him, and he'll see it when he sees it. I don't want to interrupt the grieving process. I'm sure the man's probably a hot fucking mess right now.
Yeah, you can hear him crying from the door.
Bitch.
Fuck off, dude.
Okay. Anything else we want to do here, or do we want to keep moving?
What time of day is it?
Right now it's about 8 p.m.
So yeah, we should probably at least sleep in the bar that the dwarf gave us, and then leave tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, we probably need to go meet the people next. The tree people.
Yep.
We go do that. We go to the tavern.
Man, the tone of this meeting is all over the place.
All right, well, back on the road.
Yep. Just
Sorry
go
about
back.
your dead wife.
Yep.
Hey, guy, your
Yeah.
wife died. Oh, you know who did it? No? Okay. It was this guy. Later.
Do we have anything to talk to them about, or do we just want
No, let's just get out of here.
We the baddies.
to... during the night, as Johnny is always slept and never sleeps, he is going to wander back out and just trawl the city, hungry for more.
You
Specifically those scents he smelled, or any trace of the man who he wishes so deeply to consume.
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
He has his black cloak on. 14.
Yeah, you wander the city and you less of taste or sense anything that smells like a very perfumed ink. Instead, though, you do taste the tang of fear of this, as well as a sense of mourning. Again, especially if you're in that part of the town near the main gate, is that, you know, a lot of people did know Freya Wavecaller, and knowing that she is gone has actually quite disturbed a great many people, especially her family. There is a sense of uncertainty and a little bit of fear, but no trace of the individual himself, whose last name you know as Lozano.
Very well. In the morning, once we have gotten everyone together, we will head out. Johnny feeling dissatisfied, but resolute.
I don't think Xander sleeps that night.
Oh no!
Xander, you look tired. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. Let's get going.
Okay. Do you want me to carry you and you can rest in the vessel?
That's alright. I think I just need some fresh air.
Do you want to get some food?
I will never say no to food.
We eat.
Hanzo, I'm gonna eat you. Shut up.
Yeah, and back on the road. Back on the road again, Do we see Lozano?
No.
Uh,
You wouldn't know either.
Jay's actually gonna take a second, if it would be alright, to pull Lysel aside.
Yeah.
Jay sort of like, while we're, I assume, just sort of trudging along the road, he would kind of ride up alongside you. He'd say, so with your, how do I say, calling as a reaper, you're used to seeing all sorts of those heartbreaking types of situations, no?
Not necessarily my specialty in that degree, but yes, I do see a lot of people that die.
I only mention it because it's a good quality to have when you're in this sort of work, the adventuring business and the knighting business. I know we've had
quite a bit of busy days behind us recently, and I've been sort of stuck in my own past to mention it at all, but as far as dealing with things like that, it's almost a daily occurrence for people like me that were very commonly around violence of all sorts. Just know that it's okay for it to disappoint you or make you feel any other sort of negative feelings. Kind of shitty about talking about this, but the thing I'm getting at is not to let it get to you too terribly much, because part of being a knight is knowing that you're going to bring the kinds of people that do that to justice and finding solace in that fact.
Well, given the track rate of our group, I'd wager that's very likely that we'll bring whoever did this to justice.
But even if we don't, know that the attempt was more than present.
I think for me, it's just unfortunate that this is the second time in as many months, I believe, that something like this has occurred.
Indeed. And it would be even more unfortunate should this Lozano be allowed to roam the earth. Not the earth, to be allowed to to be allowed to roam Calmara.
Is this place always like this? People
What do you mean
dying
by that?
senselessly at the hands of others?
I'm not sure. But if it is up to us to change that.
A fair point.
Do we arrive?
Fucking, you got a long way to go to Snow's Reach, but, butting in now. Excuse me, give me my fucking notes back.
Did y'all want to hit up that place where the dogs are bred? Because that is just north of Icewind.
Oh yeah, the cow nests.
I have no opinion either way. I'm not super interested in dogs, but I'm not the one who suggested it.
I actually want to go. That would be
Yeah,
fun.
that makes sense.
Sounds good. Yeah. So on our way, we'll hit up the dog place.
Yeah. Obviously there are signs that point to it ever so often, so you don't, like, lose your course. And eventually you do see this, like, large-esque building, with, like, a wide and long fence kind of draped around the back of it. And you see an individual out front, more than one. You see one person who is, like, a halfling with, like, combed back into a kind of bun, hair that's very messy, and she's, like, digging through what looks to be, like, food of some kind. It's like she is literally, like, taking stuff out of this really big barrel that literally looks like meat and grains and grass, and it's kind of gross. To be honest, and it smells horrible, and then, like, shoveling it into, like, a, wheeled, like, feeding trough? I don't know how to say that word. I've never heard it said out loud.
Trough?
Trough? Yeah. And there's also like, excuse me. There also appears to be, like, an elven person next to her, just kind of, like, offering to help, and then she's like, no! And he's like, okay. Just both working and kind of, like, joking ever so often. And then they see you approach, and the halfling looks at the elf and goes, well, go on. I got this. As she, like, struggles to shovel more of the strange muck into the trough. And the man approaches and goes, "Hello, travelers. How do you do today?"
Johnny's gonna like put a patting hand on Emiko's shoulder. Go on.
We're good, kind of. Then she just like 2 thumbs up.
He, like, blinks a few times and, like, chuckles, not nervously, but, like, awkwardly, and goes, "Well, is there anything we can help you with today?"
Johnny's gonna herald Emiko up, so she is the group speaker.
I was actually wondering about purchasing one of these magnificent pieces.
Oh, the Caldasts. Huh, you just had to say so. Well, we're actually getting ready to feed the cubs right now, so you can take a look. They are old enough to be separated from the bunch. Tilda. And then she looks up, and she has, since he left, gotten some of the weird mystery meat grain stuff on her face, and she's like, Yeah? Yeah? What do you need? Oh, I'm just gonna let these, fine people look at the Caldas while they're eating. Cool, got it. And she starts, like, pushing the trough, towards, like, a very large gate. And he jumps over the fence and walks up to, like, a large sliding door in the side of the building. And, she lets you all in the gate, and the moment that she, like, pushes the trough where it's supposed to go, he unlatches the door and opens it. And these, creatures that are, like, the size of, like, juvenile elephants run out, and they are just masses of white fluff. There are 8 of them in specific. They're just masses of white fluff, with, like, little tiny tusks that all, like, run out, and they're, like, doing a mix of, like, a puppy bark and a little, like, bear cub growl. As they're, like, running out, and they're, like, tripping over each other and pushing each other to get to the food trough, and they all start eating.
How close can I get while they're eating?
They are all, trained to be good around people. As long as you don't put your hand or anything near their mouths and make them think you're gonna steal it from them, you should be alright.
Okay, Emika's gonna walk over and start looking between the cubs, and she's like getting on them and, like, moving, like, under them and, like, just checking out, like, everything. She wants to find the one that seemed the most amount of, like, different between the carbon copies of each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals while this is going on, by the way.
Yeah. Obviously, like, they have, like, all of them because, you know, mainly, like, environmental reasons. They all do have, like, white fur, and stuff like that, but some of them have, like, black paw pads, some of them have, like, the speckled pink and black paw pads, some of them have longer or shorter tails, some of them have, like, different shaped tusks, and they are also very, very soft, to the touch, and they are all taller than you, Emiko. Like, these creatures, despite the fact that they are obviously adolescents, are, like, they are medium-sized creatures. And they are chowing away. You do see, one that, has, like, slightly, shorter ears than the others, and also, like, has, like, a much, longer tail. and its tusks are, instead of like being like just like a solid like ivory-esque color, they actually have like speckled, like it kind of has like black splotches on it in some places.
That one.
Oh shit, I just dropped a wrench or whatever the fuck this thing is.
I was wondering what the fuck that sound was.
Yeah, I dropped the thing that I used to put together my fucking dresser. I accidentally swiped it off my desk. And, he goes, the elf goes, oh yeah, of course. Just, let them finish eating and you can, interact with him a little bit. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
How much do they normally run? I won't need any, like, saddles or anything. Maybe just some reins.
Normally a cub runs for around 200 gold pieces, for personal use. And then normally when, those that intend to train them for, you know, more professional uses, usually we charge them around 500 because we only sell our strongest ones. But for just farmhand or personal use, usually they're around 200, 250. That one in specific is 200 due to not being suitable for rescue work. There's nothing wrong with him, of course. He's just slightly too small and did have some issues when he was born, so we don't think it's safe to allow him into that kind of work. He'd be a great mount, though.
Do you think he can run fast?
About as fast as a Kaldas can typically go. Yeah, it wasn't an issue of speed or anything. When he was born, he just had some issues with his eyesight. He should be okay now, but we just don't want there to be any risks. We have to be transparent about their health history, and I don't want to sell him to some bigwigs and then have them claim that because he messed up one time, it's because his eyes are bad, and then do something stupid. It's an unreasonable fear, but we want all of them to go to the best place they can possibly go.
A lovely case of CYA, as it were.
Yes.
Yeah.
More of just, I would feel horrible if I found out something bad happened to him.
Xander's gonna look to Johnny and say, it's an acronym. It stands for Cover Your Ass.
Oh,
In this
why don't
case,
you just say
cover your ass
ass?
from the licensed legal system.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and,
It's a bit crass to say in a public company, isn't it?
When has that stopped you?
Yes.
I didn't make the acronym. I'm just saying.
yeah, but, the cubs, like, finish eating, and he pulls away the one that Emiko picked out specifically, and again, this thing is bigger than you. And it, like, sees you, and then it tries to jump on you, and he has to go, hey, no.
No way, it's fine.
And he's, like, holding it back, and he's like, are you sure?
Yeah, I want to see.
Are you really, really, really sure?
I'm really, really sure.
Okay. And he lets go, and, Emiko, make an athletics check.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
If the creature is trying to shove or grapple Emiko, I would like to say that Emiko also can choose to make an acrobatics check instead.
That is true.
No, I'll stay with, athletics check.
Giga Chad behavior.
Emiko's like, I want
10.
to fail.
Man.
He got a 25.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, he, just jumps on you and just tackles you to the ground. It doesn't hurt. He just is so massive. And he, like, just starts licking your face. and his long tail is like wagging behind him. And again, he's making weird like cross between like little bear cub growls and like dog yips or whines.
Is he doing that thing where like some kittens do when they're like trying to eat? We're like,
Basically,
But,
he's going like,
dog bear.
but like a lot lower than I can make my voice go.
I think Erica's just gonna start scratching under its chin and be like, "Who's a good?" I'm gonna say doggo, but it's not a dog. But I'm still gonna say doggo. Who's a good doggo?
It looks like a dog.
It looks like a dog.
Yeah.
But like Emiko is so saturated in dog that like you cannot see her except for her little hands coming up and scratching his chin. And the halfling and the elf kind of like chuckle at the display. And he goes, but right now, you know, they're a little too young for any, like, combat of any sorts, but they are old enough and strong enough to be a pretty good mount, especially in this winter. And he is in good health. And he is very friendly. As you can, as he looks at the dog just who has Emiko pinned into the snow, he's very friendly.
Yes, I can see that.
And also, the dog is just slobbering all over you. The Kaldas is like he's so happy. And his breath smells like fish and raw meat and also, grass.
Oh.
Xander is going to ask the elf, how long does it take for one of these beasts to reach their full maturity?
It takes them around a year. These ones are about 10 months old.
So we're looking at, what, 2 months?
3 months, but...
Oh, right. The Teosian calendar always messes me up slightly.
Yeah, but they are... He's going to have a massive growth spike within the next 3 months. This happens to all Kaldas. They remain pretty normal sized, and then they suddenly shoot up in the last 2 to 3 months of their adolescence. It's very strange. So we feed them a lot just before that time to sort of prepare them for the growth spurt, so that way they don't have any issues of malnutrition with the sudden increase in size.
I'll take him. As she, crawls out from under him.
Yeah, the Kaldas, gets up and is just kind of, running in circles around you.
Xander, who is still under the effects of Speak with Animals, is going to look to the Kaldas running circles around Emiko and say, "You seem quite fond of my friend here. Would you like to come with us?"
And he, looks at you and goes, "I go with you? Out there?
If you want to. Yeah, if you want.
Will I get food?
Of course. We'll feed you.
Will I get scratches behind my ears?"
All the time?
Yeah! Yeah, I wanna go. And then he starts running around Emiko faster.
Xander looks to Emiko and says, "Quite excited to go with you, it seems."
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then he, stops and, skids, and it literally sends, a wall of snow over the rest of the party.
Whoa!
And then he looks at Xander and goes, "Sorry."
Xander, who has been buried by snow, is going to sort of crawl his way out and just kind of cough. Some snow's going to come out. He's going to say, "That's all right. It's not the first time, and I get the feeling it won't be the last."
Yeah. And then he, like, sits down behind Emiko and goes, I like this small one.
I do too. So, pay the men. Xander looking at Emiko, like, just kind of shrugging, like, yep.
Yeah, Emiko's gonna walk forward and hand him the 200 gold.
Yeah, he accepts it, and then he walks back into, like, the building for a second and comes out with some reins, what looks to be like a rolled up blanket, and then like a container that looks like a miniature barrel, because it's about half the size of Emiko. And he goes, here's some feed, here's a blanket to put over his back when riding, and then here's some reins.
Xander looks to Emiko. Would you like me to keep the feed in my vessel?
Yes, please. What actually do they eat? Like, what can they eat?
So they are omnivorous, but they are mostly carnivorous. Usually they like more lean meat, but they do need some fats ever so often. It's a good source of nutrition for them. They can eat fish. So I guess some, chopped up raw meat with maybe some fish. Also make sure to include like berries, or as hard as it is to find, and nice and some grass, and mix it up in there. Gives them a well-rounded diet.
What about chili?
Chili?
Yeah. Can they eat chili?
I mean, I guess in between meals, that would be fine. There's nothing in chili that's necessarily bad for Caldas. They're kind of like goats. They can really eat anything.
Can they subsist on chili?
He will...
Xander's going to hold up a hand and say, don't worry about it too much, my friend. I actually have a little bit of magic that will fully sustain any creature that eats one of these little berries here for a full day.
No. Answer my question. Can they subsist on chili?
I mean, he will still need to be, for the valuable nutrition, be fed, the preferred diet, but I guess that would tide him over if you couldn't get that.
Very well.
The Caldas looks at Emiko, because Xander talked to him, he just assumes everyone can understand him now. He looks down at Emiko and goes, "What's chili?"
Not understanding him, but have already started doing this. She pulls out like a bowl from her like musket, and she's gonna like pour some chili in it and like put it on the ground in front of him to see if he'll like it.
He tries to eat the whole thing, including the bowl.
Oh no, wait, not the bowl!
He like has his teeth clamped into the metal of the bowl already, and he's like... And he starts, like, making weird growling noises, but then when you want him to let go of it, he drops it, and he, like, smacks his lips. And then
Xander's going to tell him, yes, the bowl, the container that the chili is kept in will not taste very good. Much like the trough that you're used to eating out of, this is just a smaller trough.
Oh. Okay.
Have you tried to eat the trough?
He looks towards the side of the trough, which does have a big bite mark in it, and then looks back to Xander and says, "Yeah."
I see. I don't know how else to respond to that.
Oh, I love him already.
Yeah, like his because again, his ears are smaller than the other ones, so like they droop more than they already droop. And his tail, like, flattens to the ground. He's just like, yeah, I did try to eat it. I did do that.
Oh, no.
And he goes to scratch between his ears, like, oh my son.
And then, like, his tail immediately starts wagging again. He's like, okay, I'm not. But the elf nods and says, well, is there anything else you find people need from us?
You mentioned grass.
Yes.
Are there any specific types of grass or plant material that would be preferable for creatures such as this?
They really like grizzlies, and they also do like winter grass.
Excellent. I don't have any further questions. I think we're good to go, yes?
Yeah.
I would like to take a slight detour. I want to... I want to get a long rectangular planter like somebody would use for like indoor greenhouses. And I want to get some seeds for winter grass. And grizzlies grow on trees, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not having a grizzly tree in my vessel, as cute as that would be. I don't think it would fit.
That'd be so cute. I mean,
I
if it
don't
grew,
think it would
if it started growing inside of your vessel, it would have no choice but to fit.
I guess?
It'd be like when people
But-
cultivate plants to only grow to like a specific size or shape.
I guess, but I can't imagine having a tree in there, you know?
Yeah.
Its roots wouldn't
Maybe-
be able to reach far enough. It'd be a fucking nightmare.
Maybe you can't imagine it because you haven't done it yet.
You know what, Johnny? That's a good point. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get the greenhouse planter and some winter grass seeds. I'm gonna put it all in my vessel, and I'm gonna use Druidcraft to grow the winter grass.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna repeat that process ad infinitum for the rest of the campaign, unless otherwise specified. We will have an infinite supply of winter grass, hypothetically.
Emiko's gonna get the Keldas ready for travel. She's gonna put the blanket over his back and attach the reins to. I'm assuming they go on his horns, or not his horns, his tusks.
They don't go around his tusks, they just kind of go around his head before his tusks.
Okay.
Like a little harness situation.
Yeah. You know, similar to the way that, there'd be reins on any of the animals that you were riding, you know?
Except for the bullet.
Yeah. When you guys prepare to leave, the Kaldas actually walks up to Lysel and, like, bumps his nose into where the little raptor is.
Oh, hello there. Can I help you?
Bump.
I think someone wants to see you there, Aspen. I think Lysel unzip the top part of their coat.
At first, like, the raptor, like, peeks its head out, like, hey, what's going on now? Ah! Just,
Still
like,
have,
peeks its head
kids and
out.
animals going.
Yeah, just peeks its head out, like, ah!
Don't worry. This Keldust is a friend.
The Kaldas, like, looks down at the, raptor and just says, hi, I will protect you. You are small.
Is the Keldust taller than Lysel?
Yes.
Oh man, these puppies are huge.
You
The
said they're the size of
Kaldas,
maybe elephants.
the Kaldas, like, they're more like the size of, like, adolescent elephants.
Oh, okay.
Which is still, like,
Fair enough.
Which is still, like, a baby animal, you know?
So it's the size of a bear, is what you're saying. It's the size of a bear.
Yeah.
I'm just
Normal
assuming we
ass
still have good berries from whenever, and Lysol's going to give a good berry to both Aspen and the Keldist. Have a
Yeah.
treat.
Near, like, kind of chews on your fingers a little bit on accident. But yeah,
Fucking ow! What?
yeah. This Caldas is about the same height as Xander.
It's
Well-
alright. Lysol's fingers are just bones.
That is true.
Oh no.
Yeah, he does like chew like a little too long on your fingers, like so when you pull them away, he like looks at your hands like, I want those. He doesn't say that, but he just looks at it.
No, those are not for eating. I would appreciate if you didn't nom on those. Xander?
Please don't chew on the hands.
Okay.
Thank you. You're
Thank
such
you,
a good
Xander.
boy.
Yeah, and his tail's gonna wag, and then he's gonna like run towards Emiko, and he's going to dip his head like between her legs and under them, and then he's going to flip his head up to put her on his back. Like he kind of uses his tusks to like scoop you upwards and then roll you onto his back.
You know, this is going to be great for when we join the carnival.
Oh my. Oh,
Rude.
I need to treat him. I need to teach him some tricks.
Are you going to teach him how to do a backflip?
I fucking can.
He
Xander takes a long look at the Caldast and the way its body is formed, and just shakes his head and says, "I'm not sure you can.
what's
would
up?
that
You know,
work?
you have my full support for if you want to try."
A carnival is the type of way I eat, right?
What?
No,
Oh.
a carnival is a traveling thing that entertains people.
Oh.
I'm not too thrilled about it either. I don't understand what you're saying.
Has a bunch of pretty colors and sounds and very interesting and amazing people that you will meet, and the part that you care about is that they will likely all want to pet you.
Ooh. I like being pet.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
That tall guy's dumb then. That's what he called me, was a carnival.
No, he called you a carnivore.
The Caldas looks at the ground, realizing that these are two different words.
Common is a very confusing language, it's fine.
Yeah, and then the Caldas, runs up to all of your parasaurs and is just like, hi, hi, hi! Just kind of dragging Emiko with him. Well, not dragging, but, she's on his back. But just, going up to every animal in the vicinity and just hi, hi, hi!
By the way, how much did the planter run me and the seeds?
5 silver.
Alright.
That's a lot of money for Xander after the event.
No, it's not. I still have 50 GP of gems.
Never put him in an event.
He has 50 GP to his name.
Hey, that's what the party fund is for.
Xander's like, hey Vivian, can I have some money? And Vivian's like, no, fuck you. You shouldn't have given 250 GP to that syndicate member.
You have some money when you learn to be responsible with it. Or,
Or?
Yo,
I think Vivian would add it on at the end.
Yeah, she definitely did. She actually started with it and ended with it. Or you can have some money when I think you can, whore. Just kidding. But what I am going to do, though, if you want more money, is I'm going to split it up amongst everyone. So I'll just give everyone all the money. But I don't think we need it now, so I'll hold off.
yeah, it doesn't bother me. Like I said, I had enough to cover that situation. I actually had 5 silver pieces left over from an earlier thing I did, so I'm just going to use that for the planter and the seeds. So I still have 50 GP worth of gems. That I guess I'll go ahead and liquidate while we're in town. If that's something I can do, like if I can take him to a bank or something.
Yeah, you can.
Sick. I assumed as much because it's a mining town, but hey, I've been wrong before.
Do you remember what kind of gems they are?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
So, Amiko, when are you gonna call the new Keldist?
I don't know, and she's gonna be like hugging it around its neck. So like I'm thinking so hard right now.
Can't even bring your arms all the way around his neck.
I mean-
you remember from the first Despicable Me movie, the little girl being like, "It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die."
Yeah, that's Amiko right now.
It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. True. Because it is so fluffy. It also has the, the Keldust is also very warm.
Oh.
Instead of having a blanket, Amiko's just gonna have the Keldust fucking lay on top of her for the rest of this.
Yep.
Anyway. Off to Snow's Reach.
Yeah. Misha and Lev are both mainly Misha is very excited about the Keldust and is just saying Miss Emiko, it's so cute!
I think Amiko would pull her onto the Keldust and have her ride with her for a bit.
One more thing before we take off. Can I get a cargo sled? How much would that run me?
Maybe about 5 gold pieces.
Alright. I'm gonna put that in the vessel in case we need to transport something heavy later. We can have Barrel pull it.
When you
Not
just put
naming
the heavy
it
thing in your
Keldust,
vessel?
that's just- You know what, Minnow? Leave me alone.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Where is when you all get
Also,
back
I would technically only be able to pull it if it was, first of all, an object, and second of all, not too big to be in the vessel with everything else I have in there.
Right.
Like the bullet from earlier. That was a problem.
Okay. Oh, I have to... Okay. And okay. As you all start continuing on the road, maybe about 3 hours out of the city, I would like everybody to make me another round of perception checks.
I was already rolling before you even started saying anything. Not even gonna lie.
Oh man, remember when I rolled that 8 earlier?
19 pole dancer.
A lot of pole dancers.
30.
After the pole dancers comes the maids of milking, and I don't really know what that means, but I'm interested.
No. Okay, so we got 10, 19, 7, 12, 30. Yeah, so Vivian and Lysel, as you're all making your way through, now that your caravan is a lot smaller, you gotta keep a little bit more of an eye out. You see something in the distance. You see more than one thing in the distance. Flying through the air.
It's a giant eagle. It swoops up Leviathan and carries him away.
What?
That's what I'm naming the dog, is Leviathan.
Oh.
200 gold down
Where'd
the
you put
fucking
that?
drain.
What?
Oh, I see. There it is.
All right, yeah, I look over and I point it out and say, whoa, look at that.
Yeah, you see 3 somewhat large random yawn, okay, creatures soaring through the sky.
What are the creatures?
Make me a nature check, Vivian.
Okay. Can you, tell me what they look like?
It is a little hard to see through, the light snow and the clouds. Not enough to where you need disadvantage, but they,
Can I also make that check?
Yeah.
I'm not particularly proficient in it, but Okay.
The first thing that sticks out to you, Vivian, is that despite the fact that these creatures are flying, they don't appear to have wings.
That means they got thrown.
So, as you're looking at these creatures, I guess that's good enough. You've never seen one of these. However, there is something about them, though, Vivian, that instills your heart with fear. A very old and deep-seated fear.
Sure. Yeah, Vivian is going to look up. I can barely see them. Does it seem like they are moving towards us and that they've seen us?
Yes, you do get the implication that they are going in your direction. For both Lysel and Vivian's sake, and for me to say it out loud, these appear to be wyverns.
Oh, hell yeah.
That doesn't seem so bad.
I mean, it seems like it's too late to hide from them at this point. If they're just coming at us, yeah, let's just take pot shots at them and see if we can scare them away. How far
Wait,
are they?
do they see us? Are they coming for us aggressively?
That's what Chas just said. Unless I misunderstood.
You know what? How far were they?
Right now, they appear to be about 150 feet away.
Huh. Okay. I would like the first one to make me a strength saving throw as Lysel flourishes their bellhook, and you see these kind of little ribbons of soul start to flow out from their weapon into the ground, going forward before shooting up and trying to wrap around one of them and pulling it down.
Are you casting fucking Earthbind? Oh my god.
I fucking am.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's so based.
Alright.
Get over here.
You said a strength save?
Yeah.
What is your spell save DC?
Not very high. 14.
Yeah, that is an 18.
Ugh.
Well, darn. I guess we'll just have to do it again in a second.
Yeah, but...
I also have Earthbind prepared, but I'm not going to cast it. When they get within 120 feet, I'm going to start blasting and just trying to scare them away from us.
Yeah, same here.
Because I don't want to fight them if we don't have to.
I don't have range, otherwise I would.
Real quick.
I mean, we'll give you some magic stones. That's 60 feet. It's an improvement.
Better than nothing.
The skeleton troop, will become a magic stone tossing machine.
Yeah, these, Yeah, everyone for the, little first thing to see if you can scare them away, go ahead and make me your attacks. And then just put the rolls for me real quick.
This is happening when they're at 120 feet or when they're at 60 feet?
120.
What kind of check is it?
If you have a way to make a ranged attack and want to attack them to see if you can scare them off, go ahead and make your attacks and put them in rolls.
Ooh, what's the range on Guiding Bolt? It's 120 feet. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Everybody we'll gang up on the one that's in front and see if we can hurt it badly enough that it scares the others, runs away.
I mean, I could make another save again.
17.
Better not use any more actual resources on this unless we have to.
Yeah, I'd also rather not bind it to the earth because I want it to fly away.
That's also fair. I'm going to assume that a 24 hits, and if it doesn't, me and Chess are going to have words.
Yeah, these are actually armor-plated wyverns with magical plate armor.
Cool.
Yeah, they're actually Skinari. They have the tattoos as well. It's fucked.
Okay. Okay, so a 20 hits, a 17 hits, a 24, and obviously a natural 20 do hit. A 12 will not hit, an 11 will not hit, a 12 will not hit, and a 14 will hit.
Dang, crazy. This is always
The finest skeleton of the skeleton troop, firing his short bow.
My man.
Mom, wait.
Okay. Yeah, so now Vivian, Gelwood, and then Xander already gave it, and then Johnny for your one skeleton. Go ahead and give me damage. 16.
It's given in the roll 7 damage.
Okay, cool. And then give me yours, Gelwood. Thank you.
All I am is winning.
Yeah, the wyverns, as they are approaching, one of them is like slobbering heavily and hissing and screeching, and even the one that gets a little injured, it like shakes its head off and then screeches, sending an echo across the sky. I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh man.
Because I always forget, do we have the gift?
It's in
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah, you have the gift.
Yeah, it has not been 8 hours.
God damn!
Holy.
Get
God
wrecked.
damn it!
Get wrecked.
That's incredible.
I'm not even mad at Minnow, I'm mad at Joey.
I am without credit.
You know, I think Mickey's the one with the new initiative curse.
It can be passed through bodily fluids.
Oh, don't
Oh.
say that.
Like a little peck on the cheek.
Say mitosis. You fucking piece of
It can be passed all through mitosis.
What about her toes in my mouth?
No.
If that's your prerogative, man, I'm not gonna judge you.
There were several leaps that would make Freudian froth to mouth just happen there.
I would just say, you know, mouthwash, toothpaste, these are all things you can buy at your local grocery store before engaging in illicit activities.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Sorry, not illicit activities. That implies you're doing something illegal. Explicit activities.
I still don't want to talk about this anymore.
I had a grammatical error to correct. I couldn't go on without it.
I'm so happy you did.
Thank you.
I'm not. Go fuck yourself, Joey.
Not yet.
Am I actually riding on a bullet, by the way, or was that just a meme that you guys posted earlier?
You are not yet, I don't think. I think it still has not hatched.
Riding on a missile
You
with
should-
a baseball
You should
bat.
still be on. Oh, sorry. You should still be on Sir Reginald.
I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
gonna steal one of these
Reggie.
black dogs.
Reggie,
Quick.
it's your birthday today.
I have a very familiar named Reggie.
Sir Reginald is actually named after the great Reggie, speaker for Nintendo America.
Reggie Fils-Aimé?
Yeah.
Can you
Feel
retire?
some of balls in your mouth?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty good.
You know what, Joey? If this was China, your social credit score would be in shambles, and I take great solace in that.
Wrong, give a fuck.
Those are some big ass dudes.
They're wild.
Oh, do we have a tabletop for this?
We do.
There we do.
Amazing.
What's their size class exactly?
I might actually
Yeah.
need to shrink them
Huge.
a little bit.
These are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now they are. They're not. I don't think they're supposed to be.
Look at this dog.
Big old doggo.
I like how you chose Calbath, but you're still using just a dog.
I love how Chas just sold Mickey a wolf, a giant Caldas, and now it's gonna die.
No.
You don't have to
Oh
use him.
God,
You don't
three
have to
times
use him.
fireball.
These wyverns prey primarily on this type of animal.
I'd count
It's
that.
like the only thing they eat.
Specifically spotted ones.
You know, it's really funny because I made this joke
Specifically if
earlier.
they're being ridden by kitsunes.
It's really funny because I made this joke earlier by saying that the three creatures were giant eagles and they come in and
Yeah.
swoop the Caldas
You
away.
did.
No,
It was funny then, and it was funny now.
Silence person who told the joke. Person who told the joke louder is speaking.
Slightly different. So, yeah. Josh, just cut out when Allie told it, please.
What?
Just cut totally.
Yeah, just cut that part.
No.
We should all get one of those per session. Where it's like someone says something really funny and like, actually, Jas, can you cut that? I'm gonna say it.
You know what? Great point. Can we cut out the fucking toe sucking remark? Actually,
Yeah, I do want to take another run at that. So yeah, let's cut that one and I'll say it again.
Actually, I just want to cut it
I
out.
want to do another take of that. Can we do another take of that?
No, we're not doing another take of shit. I'm cutting that one out and then leaving it
Who's
out.
taking a shit?
who's taking that shit?
Me after this
Who's
game.
sucking toes?
Who's sucking toes?
I'm so excited for you, Joey.
What about toe sucking?
Y'all are a bunch of freaks.
It's a weird energy. We told a man that his wife was dead, and then we just
That's
went
what I said
immediately
earlier.
to sucking.
This session is so tonally fucked. Like,
Chaz, can you cut when Allie said that earlier so I can say it?
One specifically gets one for Allie. You're allowed to
No.
repeat what Allie said.
No.
no, I get it.
Oh.
I'm not funny, and anybody who tells any joke that I tell is going to deliver it way better.
Yeah, that's true.
Allie is very funny, but we can't let the world know.
It's like a bad driving joke.
Person who told the joke louder, you dropped this king.
Okay. Maybe back a little bit. Move these right.
Should probably look up what the fuck I'm gonna do on my turn.
And then, pick
8 giant bats.
I could make giant bats.
You know what's really totally
Midas
really-
wings.
what's really tonally fucked is this plum juice I'm having right now. I don't know what the fuck to think about this thing.
You're having plum juice?
Yeah, I had some Korean street food for dinner and I got a bottle of plum juice with it.
yeah,
You
but
have it on the street?
On a tangent, the ability to turn people into gold should really be a spell in this game.
write that down for Dot. Write that down for Dot.
Where,
You don't even need to call it anything special, just call it fucking transmute.
I was going
Like-
to call it Might Pissify.
My pissify.
No.
No, never mind. Now it's ruined.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
tits fire in your
But-
mouth. I don't know.
Yeah,
My tits on fire.
these-
I love that song.
Checking something. Okay.
It's your
These, by time initiative starts, these wyverns are each about 90 feet in the air. Just keep that in mind. But up first is Johnny.
Bonus action. Waking up. How close are they to each other?
They are all within 10 feet of one another. And they
Okay, I'm gonna
are 90
upcast.
feet up.
Oh my god. He's gonna do it.
Tasha's Mind Whip to 3rd level. Please have 2 of them make me an intelligence saving throw. What do you think I was about to do?
I thought you were gonna hit him with a web.
When it's
Oh,
when it's
I thought about it.
Okay, what's the
You're also out of
DC?
range of web.
What's your...
But perfectly in range. So Tasha's Mind Whip. They need to roll a 17 on an intelligence saving throw.
Thank you. Okay. I'm assuming you want the one that's more injured in this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Good assumption.
They both fail.
Okay. First one takes 11 damage, psychic damage. Second one takes 10 psychic damage. And on their turn, well, it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, they must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. Only gets one of the 3.
Alright.
Then going to have a skeleton short bow volley according to their general orders. If a 14 hits, then all of them hit. They take 8 and 6 and 5 piercing damage, all to the more injured one.
Alright, damage is noted.
Jorglet is going to back up and shift 30 feet to the left. Also going to move my familiar 30 feet to the... No, actually 30 feet to the right for myself. And familiar will move 30 feet back, which will cause the skeletons to follow it. According to their general orders. And Johnny ends his turn.
Alright. Lysel, it is your turn.
Where did the 55-gallon drum of that special wine get stored? Is that still in Johnny's ring? Not Johnny, Xander's ring?
Yes.
I believe it's in the bag of holding. Or in the thing.
Although, actually, because we had like 2 days off, so Xander would have bottled all of that up and made it into separate potions.
And, like, distributed it, or...
No, he just kept it to himself.
I mean, we didn't really talk about it before, so I guess it's probably all in the bag of holding.
Well, seeing as I don't have anything to do with the range that they're at right now, besides using another 2nd level spell, I think Lesel's gonna hop off of the parasort and walk over to whoever has the bag and say, "Hey, can I carry my load real quick?" Yeah.
Oh god, we left the bag in Sky Mount. We'll say Vivian has it. Fuck it. Yeah, here's a bottle.
Alright, Lesel's gonna jump in though. I don't know if they reach any kind of ice attacks, but I don't want to find out the hard way to do. So it's a con save, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna add wisdom. That's gonna be a 16.
That just succeeds.
Just. Ooh. So that's my action. Don't really have a lot to do in bonus action though. Yet. Wait. I think I can actually cast Shield of Faith. Is Shield of Faith a bonus action? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, so Lysol's actually going to cast Shield of Faith.
It's like you get the potion from Viv, save it for later, and cast Shield of Faith instead?
Well, no, I'm using my bonus action to cast the Shield of Faith. Doesn't it take an action to pop the potion? That's supposed to be the one.
Oh, yeah. Because it's not I'm silly. Ignore me. I don't exist. I'm kidding.
And then, would I be... I don't kind of a stretch. Would I just be able to remount Clo, or no? Either way is fine.
You can remount Chloe if you want.
Alright, we're going to hop back on. Alright, we are ready. That's all my turn.
Alright. Vivian, it is your turn.
All right.
Yon.
Vivian holds out her hand. She is going to look up at the sky, seeing the many stars above. Even if there is a heavy cloud cover, she is still able to make out their shape using her strange vision through her own eyes and not through Gale's. She will trace a line along the stars, making a constellation of her own, and then she will pull those stars down to her, and constellations will appear underneath Jay Elwood and underneath Emiko. And whereas before the stars then coalesced into a creature, this time they disappear into a black shape as two giant crows appear underneath you. And on your turn, they can move 80 feet flying per round. And then she is also going to take her other hand, hold it up to the sky, pull down some more stars, and she is going to summon a dragon, as it seems appropriate. However, this time, as opposed to attacking, it is going to swirl around her, and a constellation tattoo will appear on her cheek underneath her right eye, and she will use the dragon form, which will give her advantage on concentration checks. But yeah, the two of you now have flying mounts. She is going to get down. Is there anything I can hide behind?
Hold on. I'll put something to represent here. I was in so much pain last night that instead of making a map for this, I just went to sleep. Because I was in pain.
That is fair. I gave Jay and Emiko the flying mounts, partially because I can only make two of them, and also partially because if I know Emiko at all, I believe that she's probably going to jump off of the swan, and if that is the case, I will send it back down to pick you up as well.
Fair enough. I also missed
where
stuff up
these little things are, where these little things are, those are trees.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to hop off of Seymour, and I'm going to hide behind one.
Can these mounts hold two creatures?
They are large, so no.
No, okay.
The one that Emiko is on could hold me and her, but it could not hold Lysel
They
and
wouldn't
her.
be able to hold, yeah, a medium and a small wouldn't be able to fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that would be my turn.
Alright, Xander, it is your turn.
I'm going to hit the most injured one with Eldritch Blasts. Hopefully. 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
And 24 to hit.
24 does hit. Also, for the sake of my initiative keeping and not lying, it should be arranged like this, which doesn't change much, but it's just so that way I'm not being a liar about how I'm tracking damage and things.
19 points of damage to the most injured one, and I'm going to push it 25 feet directly away from me in a straight line. Also, it just occurred to me that I technically hit it with a critical last round, so I'm just going to crit check real quick. Yeah, no, we're good. Actually, no, because it has to be the one that deals with bludgeoning damage, which is always the first one. Never mind. That will be the end of my turn, I think. Yeah. No, I'm gonna cast Magic Stone. And that will be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Jay, it is your turn.
Okay, while on the flying mount, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. I'm going to say...
You're going to go to the one that is not affected, right? By Tasha's Spy Whip?
I'm going to say 20. I'm not going towards that at all. I'm giving Emiko Warding Bond with my action, and then I'm going to use the other... I'm not even going to use the full 50 or 60 feet of movement. I'm just going to move up to here and act as a tether. Bonus action Billowing Cape, and which looks really cool while I'm on a giant raven, by the way. Yeah, Emiko's got Warding Bond, and now she can do whatever the fuck she wants because I'm within range of all of the enemies now. That's the end of my turn.
Alright. How high up did you fly, Jay?
I would have gone the full 50 feet, so 25 feet up, 25 feet out.
Okay. So on this one's turn,
or I guess I could have just had the... Well, no, because the Raven's already dashing, I'm guessing, as part of the 80 feet of movement, so...
It has a standard fly speed of 80. So if you wanted to dash, it can go 160.
So I guess technically I would have done the dash and then gone 50 up, 50 out, but that would still, Pythagorean's theorem, be in range for Warding Bond.
yeah. This creature is choosing to just use its movement, so it's still about 20 feet above you and then technically 10 feet away, but it is still 20 feet up. Doesn't get all the way close. It just moves slightly closer. But that'll be it for the Wyvern's turn. That Wyvern's turn. Emiko, it is your turn.
Okay. So, Emiko is going to command Levi to stay. Using Blink's reaction, he's going to cast invisibility on Levi. And then she's going to use the dash action to get up close and personal to the one that's right next to Jellet. And she's going to jump off onto their back. What was the action again to use the oils? Was it a bonus action?
It was a bonus action, yes.
Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action to... what are these... Do they look like they're ice related at all, or do they just look like normal fucking wyverns?
They look like normal wyverns. Just by being on top of one, like it's not cold, they're not icy, they're just reptilians.
Okay,
Well, they're dragons, but technically, but you know.
I'm gonna use Radiant Wheel, because why not? And does a 14 hit?
Yes, a 14 does hit.
Okay, so let me do the extra d4 damage. So that would be 20 damage.
Alright, 20 damage is noted.
And then for my second attack, it's a natural 20.
Oh boy.
For a total of 46.
Yeah, so this that is enough to kill this wyvern, and it starts falling.
Oh shit.
We have slow fall.
Don't do another one.
When do I have slow fall?
You get it
When you're near a wall.
Oh, I do have slow fall. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna use slow fall. But I haven't used my reaction yet, so 5 times my monk level. Bullshit, I can't math.
30.
30.
So then, how does that work if you're 70 feet up? Normally y'all don't fall, so now I don't know.
You fall 60 feet per turn. When you hit the ground, you take a d6 for every 10 feet you fell.
That 60 feet is not true.
It's not 60 feet?
No.
How fucking far do you fall in a turn?
Like
300 feet.
Oh my god, are you serious?
60 feet is based on featherfall.
Oh, okay.
How much damage would you take? Would you be able to cover it, Emiko?
The maximum damage Emiko could possibly be dealt here is 42, and they reduce it by 30. So the most that they will take is 12. And that's if we get fucking max 6s on all 76.
Yeah, Emiko's fine.
Yeah, Emiko's fine.
Yeah, so then with the...
No,
I just wanna-
no. You know what? You know what? How often do I get to use this? Johnny is going to reaction cast Featherfall from a scroll.
Haha.
That can target multiple things, right?
Boom. Yeah, but they have to be falling creatures. All right, nobody who is not equipped to fall.
No, you're gonna reap the consequences of your actions. You should have held it.
No, you can just let
Okay.
me fall. It's fine.
Okay, I let you fall. Never mind.
Okay, how much damage do I take?
Would you like me to do the honors, DM?
I guess I'd just like to know what I have to roll. I've never seen this
76.
ability. Okay, thank you. No, I literally have been playing.
You're
with
just
my
you are not doing anything differently. You are just rolling fall damage.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I have all my d6s right now because I have been playing with them, so I got it. But thank you. I've never seen this ability in use, so I didn't know if anything that I did changed.
Nope. Also, you've totally seen this ability in use.
Not with me as the DM.
Okay, that's that part. No, that's not true either, because I played a monk for a one-shot and I used it, and I was like 15th level, so I fell like 100 feet and took no damage.
I don't remember that, but it's okay.
Normal monk things.
It was when I played as Ava.
Oh! That was such a long time ago.
Yeah.
How much damage do I take?
It would be 30, the roll damage is 33.
If I take 3 damage, do I even need to roll my
Wait,
or my
take-
saving throw?
Yes.
You take how much?
3.
Wait, what's
3?
reduced? What's, that's reduced to half, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Warding
so-
bond.
Yeah, that's true. Which applies first?
I imagine the monk shit would apply first if it's preventing them from falling at the speed of
Well,
light.
it's my reaction. So,
Well,
like,
okay,
does
okay,
a
okay,
reaction?
wait.
No, the more important thing is that you take the damage and then it would be shared.
Yeah, it's whatever damage
Yeah.
you take. So
You
you
know-
do all your
Yeah.
reductions and shit first, and then it gets cut in half, and I take the other half.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you
The
take
actual
1 damage,
to your health.
and I
You
take.
have resistance to all damage. So if it was 32, then it would be 16, and then you reduce that. Because resistance applies first.
Okay, so I don't take any.
You don't take any.
And I don't
Okay.
take any either because you didn't take anything. Warding bond's nuts. What the fuck?
Warding bond on a falling monk is nuts. Yeah, but
Which, very common circumstance.
you and the
They have slow fall. It better be common, otherwise it's a waste of a fucking feature.
Yeah. Anytime I've ever played a monk, I trebuchet myself into the stratosphere.
You better.
All right, Emiko. Anything else for your turn?
That's everything.
Question: did you jump off of your raven?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to use whatever speed remains, which I think. How far down was this one?
This one went from 90 feet down to 70.
70, so he has 90 feet remaining. He will head back down and scoop Emiko back up. And then we'll fly back up 20 more feet.
Again.
Alright. And, this one...
That was the silliest fastball special I've ever seen in my life.
This wyvern is going to dip down 30 feet and then move a little more forward to be that far away from Jay, but is now at 50 feet up in the air.
What a coincidence, so am I.
But that is all that that one can do. I'm gonna get this one off the thing. It's on the ground now. It's dead.
No.
It is dead. I'm moving it off the thing so I can move these other ones without wanting to kill myself. Okay, so... Yes, I can do that. Okay. Shwoop. This one's still in the air. This one is now at level with Jay.
Tickle.
And... this guy is going to attack you twice, Jay.
Bring it.
First one is a 24 to hit.
Which one's attacking him?
This one, it is 50 feet in the air.
Wyvern 3?
Yes.
The one that can only take a move, an action, or a bonus action, but not all three together?
No, this one can. This one didn't have to make that save. Yeah, that's why I changed. The other two had red things because they were affected by it. Yeah.
See, I thought you changed this one because it was the only one that was still alive that failed. Okay.
I thought that
honestly, me too.
Yeah, no.
I also thought that. I thought one of them succeeded.
No, both of them failed.
And see, that makes sense because red bad.
And only, and also 2 of them were the only ones who made the save, not all 3 of them.
Good guy blue, bad guy red.
Jay, what is your armor class?
My armor class is 21. So
21? And that was a 24 to hit?
Yeah, it was a 24 to hit, so it will go through. I don't think I have anything to stop that from going through either. I forget. But I'm pretty sure this character doesn't have any source of shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Second attack is a 26 to hit.
I'm gonna confiscate that fucking D20.
I'm going to silvery barbs.
I used 2 different D20s.
I'm gonna confiscate all of your D20s. Stop it.
Chaz, I don't know if you heard that, but I silvery barbs. Duh.
Okay, the second one is instead of 25. I got 1 lower on the die.
Fucking Christ.
It's alright, you know?
Okay. For the...
I use my mounted combat feat to make a ride check to negate the attack by using my mount as a shield.
And
that'd be a poor choice.
Then for the second attack, I need you to make me a con save.
Oh fuck.
Wyvern poison. Woo! You're gonna die.
Nah, I'm alright. 21.
Alright, so you only take half of the damage on that, but I'm gonna roll these attacks in order.
I need to know what his damage is gonna be total.
Okay. Wait, what?
Warding bond's not concentration, right?
It is not.
Okay.
Okay, so the first attack is 13 damage. Second attack. I have so many D6s out.
I have so many D6s out.
I have
so many D6s
out. I was just like, I was literally like playing with them and arranging them and rotating the 6s in different directions, and I just feel silly.
We have 4 minutes.
I know. Okay. And then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the second attack, accounting for the fact that you succeeded on the save, is 26 damage.
Okay. I'm just gonna dump all 30 points into myself on my fucking turn.
Alright, that is the end of that one's turn. However, Johnny, it is your turn.
Great. Do you see the one that's assailing J. Elwood right now?
Uh-huh.
I want him dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Chill Touch. I miss like a bitch. But that's okay. Because I have
I want him dead.
3 compatriots. How close are they to the skeletons? If they move up 30 feet? I'll moved up, right? Would it be within 60 feet?
It is 50 feet up in the air. And how fucking far away? I'm so bad at calculating distance.
You would be within 60 feet.
Okay.
Excellent. So Johnny's gonna bonus action cast Magic Stone. First one, second one, third one, all 3 hit, taking 7, 6, 7, and 8 damage.
Okay.
So that's 15
Rock
plus
tossing.
21.
6 plus 7 plus 8 damage. There we go. Damage is noted.
Johnny ends his turn.
Lysel, it is your turn.
So have both of them, the remaining ones, been injured at this point, or is it just the one?
Yes, these 2 have been injured. The one that is, was affected by Mind Sliver, is more injured than the one assailing Jay.
Alright, we're gonna fix that. So Lysel is going to move up just a little bit on Chloe before casting Misty Step. And landing on top of the wyvern. Somehow. Some way. There we go. And we're going to make 2 attacks against it from its back. At Great Weapon Master. Both are crits.
Ah!
For 92 total points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
It's still alive!
No!
How alive is it still? Is it like, oh, ooh, it's alive? Or is it like, it's alive?
It's very injured, but it's alive!
Lysel, did you use your bonus action?
Both. You missed your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So Lysel essentially teleports up to the top of this thing and makes 2 very dire attacks against its wings, but does not succeed in felling it. That's going to be all of Lysel's actions, unfortunately.
Alright, Vivian, it is your turn.
Great. I look at it. We'll just hit it with a guiding bolt. Probably overkill, but whatever.
Guiding bolt.
I mean,
Does
you got 15 spell slots, might as well, right?
well, I get 2 for free every day as well. So that's 23 to hit.
That does hit.
Total of 10 points of damage is pretty lousy.
That is enough to kill it.
Great.
So
Blow
it is
its
going to start falling.
dang head off.
Hey, I'm falling.
Fall, curse, omen.
What?
Nightmare.
Does anyone have anything to say about Lysel falling?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Is gonna pull out a Scroll of Featherfall. As a reaction, I will cast Featherfall. Your rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round.
I believe I spun a round at that rate.
You do.
Yeah, and if you land before the spell ends, you take no fall damage, and you can land on your feet, and the spell then ends for you.
I think as Lysel is falling down, they like flail around for a second and then realize what Johnny did and go, "Thanks, Johnny!"
well, as you're flailing around, you find yourself once again in that serene meadow. And as you look about, Johnny sprints up to you, and he has a parachute. The parachute is weirdly like grimy, weird looking. He probably got it from some other dream. It does not fit here at all. He's like, okay, it has to work somehow. Oh fuck, oh god. And he sticks it on you, and then you wake up, and you are parachuting down.
Thanks, Johnny. Like waves as they're falling.
You and Johnny both wake up at the same time.
That is it for myself, turn.
Alright.
We gotta kill this last dragon. I gotta go.
Alright. Anything else for your turn, Vivian?
Go to the polls.
This is still my turn? No, that's it.
Alright, Xander, it is your turn.
Eldritch Blast.
Roll it.
Natural 20.
Ah!
And a natural 19. Jesus.
It's like 4 nat 20s against this little guy.
Uh, 35 points of damage altogether.
Alright, damage is noted.
Also, thank you for that advantage, Minnow. I would not have gotten that nat 20 without it.
Anything else for your turn,
Good job.
Xander?
No.
Jay, it is your turn.
Cool. How close is this motherfucker looking to dead?
That one honestly hasn't been hurt that much.
Alright, I'm gonna use an action. We're on the road. It's gonna take us. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna dump all 30 points of lay on hands into myself. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith because I fucking hate this thing, and I'm gonna fly right up to its big stupid wyvern face. And then I'm gonna end my turn.
Emiko, it is your turn.
Emiko's gonna fly out, jump on this thing's back, and miss every single one of her shots, including her flurry of blows. So that's awesome.
Okay, is there anything else for your turn?
No.
Okay.
The giant raven will hit both times, if that's any consolation.
Being outdone by someone.
Alright, give me damage.
13 points of piercing damage.
Thank you.
That is typically how it goes for marshals, losing the
Which I guess
counter animal.
technically the one that Gelwood is riding could have done the same thing. Roll that real quick. Miss. Hit. Add an additional 9 points of damage. Turn.
Damage is noted. It is that wyvern's turn. Minced meat.
Run away.
Don't run away.
Your friends are dead. Emiko, the fucking bloodthirsty demon. Don't
You have a
go.
stack on top of you.
Yeah, it is.
To be fair, if the wyvern flies away, it's taking Emiko with it.
Yeah,
That's okay. We have a dog. You can play.
No. Yeah, this one is going to make 2 attacks at Jay. First one is a natural 20.
What the hell?
Silvery barbs.
There it is.
Alright. That is still a... Actually, does a 23 hit you?
Yeah, fucking barely.
And then the second one is a 26.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry! Hey, there was no crit at least.
What the fuck are these things to hit bonus? Plus 12? Jesus!
It's plus 7.
Oh my god.
You are consistently rolling higher than a 15 on your dice.
Yes.
That's
I'm happy
insane.
for you.
It's okay, you guys crit them 4 times. It balances out.
I haven't swung once.
Can you make me a con save though?
Yeah, I can make you 2 of them because I gotta make one for the fucking Shield of Faith. Okay, I succeed that one, and then I get a 16 on the second.
That does succeed.
$32 points of damage. Fuck your fucking lay on hands.
No. Okay. First attack is 8 points of damage.
8
8, yes.
total.
For the first attack, second attack. I was doing it because I don't know if you need anything for things.
I don't have resistance on shit. It's only Emiko that has that bonus.
Okay, I understand. My bad. Okay. And the second attack is 19 points of damage.
What was the second attack to hit?
The second attack was a 26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was.
How much damage was it total?
What's Nick fucking? What's 19 plus 8?
27.
27, yes.
Alright, we're still holding on to Shield of Faith, but we're losing faith in everything else.
Alright. And, since we are after time...